Oh.
I barely made it. You guys are gonna have to deal with me eating because Bella. I know you're probably listening for a few seconds, like you always do. This is all your fault. I'm kidding. So like I didn't get to eat, so you're gonna probably either see me eat or hide my camera. But we what I should do is just put up a video and start eating. I could be like all those famous Twitch guys, but
Ooh, like
whatever.
like Prophet ASMR. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can just
Oh,
slurp that shit
yeah.
up. I got my chicken
Like,
and rice in here. Just slurp it up.
Yes.
I know Nos will love that. Nos will love it. Nos will be like, "Ooh, baby." Hey, Nos. By the way, Nos. Hey, I've run out. So I was gonna try and get it out before I left, but I have a video that's gonna be right up your alley. Okay. When I have stuff already. I have visual aids and stuff already selected. I just have not have had time to make the video as of yet. I made my Acolyte video because that was long overdue. But I have a Prophet of the Dragon Zero video. It's right up your alley. My sources are deep inside the bowels of Star Wars, and there's going to be a Prophet of the Dragon Zero video coming out specifically for you. Well, not specifically for you, but you're gonna like it. I know. You know what I'm saying. So just give me some time. I am hoping to ramp up everything on the channel. I have a lot. I was just talking to Nathan before we went live. I have a lot that I want to do. So I think I'm going to. I think I'm at the point where I'm just going to start ramping up production and see where it goes. If I start growing, then I'll keep at it. If it starts staying the same, then I may reel it back again and just see what happens. Stick with Wheel of Time content or something. I don't know. But there's a lot I want to try and accomplish. There's a lot I want to talk about. There's a lot of good stuff out there too that we don't get to talk about because of time or circumstance that I would like to talk about as well. So stay tuned. But yeah. Prophet of the Dragon Zero coming at you. Sources. I have spies deep in there. There's some shenanigans in Acolyte. They're covered in poo and doo-doo and vomit. They were in that hole when they were all pissing in it. So they were spying. They were in that little suction vent that sucks people in like fucking Mega Maid. I don't know if you've seen the show, but they got some vacuum
suck to blow.
Dude, they got some vacuum suck in that fucking cave over there. So hey Articus, what's up? I got your DM about the Hugos. Yeah, no surprise. I'm sure there's some like pedophilia going on in some of those books too, because that's what we're doing, right? So yeah. Will, what are you doing here? Go don't you have some oats to go sow? It's almost D-Day, man. I mean, come on. So I'll see you in less than 24 hours maybe. Holy shit, that's crazy. I don't know what Peggy Sue. What's going on, Peggy Sue? Mr. Hammy.
It's an
Mr. Jamin Hamilton. How are you, sir? How am I doing? Sort of a loaded question. I'm doing all right. Doing okay. Glad to be off work. Glad to be going to a certain nuptials. It'll be a fun time, hopefully. But yeah, so all in all, not too. I can't complain too much. There's always something to complain about, but so far so good right now. Things are going pretty good right now. So let's see. You gonna read all those romance fantasy smut books nominated for the Hugos? 50 Shades of Magic is what I'm told by Daniel Green. I don't know. I don't listen to Daniel Green anymore, so he's off my radar. So yeah, I guess I should. Is that should I read all those books before I die? Is that what you're saying? I need to get on it. More smut for me. Miss Martin Muses, what's up? This is the best show on. Well, it was.
What, our show?
No. I'm talking. I think she's talking about Cobra Kai.
Oh.
I am because it's been so good. I'm willing to give it a little rope, but the first 5 were sort of a mixed bag for me. I was a little confused at what they were doing and why. So We're gonna get into it.
Mm-hmm.
I still enjoy some of it. Like I'm still enjoying some of it. I think Johnny's by far the best off right now. Um, but there's some weird things happening in Cobra Kai that I'm not too thrilled about. I think I
Mm.
Isha, I hope, I fucking hope so. I want, dude. The show misses Terry Silver. Is it just me, or does Terry Silver's absence? Can you feel it? Like, I feel like Terry Silver was such a good villain that right now, going back to the mild mannered crease and whatever the fuck is going on in is it China or Japan? Is Japan? Okinawa? No, it's
Yeah.
Japan, right? Yeah, is it
Sure.
Japan?
I
I
think
don't know, wherever they are. Going from the twirling mustache John Kreese, who's just like, being super villain, like to Kreese is just sort of like it deflates me a little bit. But I hope we get Terry Silver back. I do. I really, really do. Um, yeah, I don't. Yeah, Shisha. Yeah, it's. I don't know what's going on. Like, and I don't want to. I don't know. How do you feel, Nate? I haven't let you say word
No.
edgewise yet. Right now, I'm scared. Like the first five have left me scared because there's a lot I'm not really. It's not really gelling right now.
Yeah. Well, so this show, period, throughout each of the seasons has always felt like it's hit a point in each season where it's on a teeter totter and it could go one way or the other. And so far, it's finished well on all
Yeah.
five seasons.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
This season, these first five episodes really seem to be favoring the other direction, for two reasons. First is the disgraceful treatment of Miyagi, but the other second reason is so far in five episodes, the show is lacking focus. I think
Maybe.
there's not any karate in it almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's missing what the show's been built on, and it's trying to focus on the teenage drama that honestly I can take or leave every season because it's about the fighting, and it always
Yeah.
has been.
Yeah, it's. I'll be honest. I'm trying. I'm like I want to try and go through it episode by episode. So I'm gonna probably bring up Netflix here just to remind me where we're at. Just because it's been
Good.
a lot's been going on, and I'm trying. I want to make sure we're going over the story beats and everything because um the first weird thing I want to say is Cobra Kai came out, right? The new season came out. I was looking forward to it. I had just watched the whole season. All I just watched all the five previous seasons getting ready for it, right? I log into Netflix and I can't find it. Like, did anybody else have that problem? Like, I couldn't. It wasn't on my top. It wasn't on the front page. It wasn't in my suggested, and I had just watched it. So, like, did anybody else have that? I don't know. That it just seemed very weird. Like, I had to go searching for Cobra Kai. So it was sort of a
Yep.
weird. It was like, what is going on here? So I don't know if anybody else had that problem or it was just me.
I think it was just
But
you, brother. Because mine
yeah,
was
just
front
be.
and
Oh, that's
center.
good because I do want people watching the show. I'm just a little bit.
Well, but it's,
I
it's
don't know.
especially strange for you because you binged all five seasons again,
Yeah,
and
I
then the
did.
next day it's not there, whereas I didn't, and it was right there.
Yeah. Yeah. So a little weird, but that's just a little weird blip. Let's see. So we're talking. So first episode. So I guess real quick before we move on. Uh, I guess we sort of got your thoughts. But your thoughts on the first five? Like where are you at?
Mm, I'm skeptical, is I guess the best way to put it. I'm not confident. I think at the end of season five, I felt that was where it needed to end, uh, and I was hoping that they just didn't take it too far, and I was worried about the Sekai Tekai thing or whatever it's called being this excuse to just kind of wring it out for all it's worth. Um, and so I mean, it's. I'll still watch the last 10 episodes whenever they come out, November, and then whenever.
Well, that's the other thing, like that just shocked me that so it's 3 5-episode releases, and the next one isn't till November. So are we going to stretch out this last season for a year? That's just I don't know. I don't know. They did sort of the same thing with Invincible. And even people like my sons love that show, and we're all watch it together most of the time. And we forgot about it. It came the last half of the season came out, and it had been out for like 3 weeks, and we didn't watch it because we didn't even know it was out. So it's like oh hey, Invincible came out. So I hate that. I think I don't mind the 5-5-5 really. I think that's fine, but I don't think it should be so spread apart.
2 to 3 months tops between.
Yeah.
Tops.
Yeah, it's huge. So so to just sort of echo what you had to say, watching this, I am incredibly thankful that this is the last season, because it should have been I feel like it should have been over with, like, they should have just had an All Valley after Cobra Kai was defeated, and just wrapped it up. And I feel like I feel like we're pushing here because, like, all right, let's just go for it.
Let's do this thing.
The 6 people. Some of the stuff we talked about. The 6 people only rule for the world tournament. What's it called? I can never pronounce it. The
Sekai Teka.
The Sekai Taikai or something? Tekai? They've said it a million times. I can't pronounce it. I'm just going to go for the world tournament. The 6 people, the six contestants or whatever, the six contenders rule, I hate.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's silly. They should just have them all fight. We'd get more karate scenes. We get a little bit more drama. You can have a skills competition. I even mentioned, you want to do something wacko, you could get another winner in there. Have a doubles tournament where you have 2 people freaking fighting against 2 other people, almost like freaking tag team shit. Like, that's not traditional, but you want to get some more champions? Well, do that shit. But let them fight. Let them fight.
Yeah, you get an awesome karate montage.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so what are the rules that they have surrounding it? Because is it only like you have 6 people, and they're broken out? Or 2 teams of 6 people.
So they haven't been very clear. You're only sending 6 people from each dojo. So Miyagi-Do is now only sending 6 people. So all those other people that are at the dojo training, screw you. You don't get to go. You get to stay here. You don't even get to participate. You don't get to travel with us. You're gone. We're taking 6 people, which I think is, again, a huge mistake. They should all be there cheering everybody on. Even if they only have 6 compete, the whole dojo should be flown out there to support and get into hijinks in Europe or whatever. I think it's a huge mistake, and I don't understand. Well, I understand why, because I guess they just wanted to focus on the 6, but I don't like it. I don't think it's I don't think it's what they should have done. As far as the rules, they haven't. I feel like, and I may have missed it, and correct me if I'm wrong in chat, I may have missed it, but I feel like the rules are basically, I don't know. They haven't really said. The only rules they said is there's 6 people going. They haven't said there's a girls bracket and a boys bracket, because it doesn't seem like there is one. It seems like they're all just fighting each other. And from what I got of what this whole captain competition is, that Robbie and whoever their lead guy are the only ones fighting for grand champion and going to be on TV. They're the only ones. Yeah. Which I think is ridiculous. If that's the case, I think that's 100%. Ridiculous.
Yeah, because then that would explain why they put so much emphasis on the captain's fight at the end of these first 5 episodes.
Right. Well, what we're supposed to, yeah. So it's the captain's fight. Only the captains will be televised. Okay, so you're telling me ESPN is only televising one match of a World Karate Championship? That seems ridiculous to me. So there's no workup. Apparently, there's no build-up fights. It's just like Daniel in the All Valley of Karate Kid 3. He's just put right into the championship. Only both sides. I guess I guess the champions are gonna. How many? I guess it depends how many dojos there are. So I guess the captains are just gonna fight other captains on TV, and the rest just get to fight for second place.
Yeah.
I mean, because I guess they're only focusing on 2 dojos, but I'm sure there's going to be a ton there. But it's like they've put the only importance is Robbie now. The rest of them are just fighting for marbles.
Right. It's
I don't understand it.
It's just weird, and I'm not a huge fan of it either. I think that you've all of a sudden now you've this is an example of probably, and we'll see as it plays out, but probably writing yourself into a corner that you shouldn't have written yourself into.
Maybe. Yeah. So real quick, Sam for $5. Thank you. I hate Wheel of Prime. Matt is my favorite character. Thank you. By the way, Joe Biden is out, and I hate Kamala Harris. I don't know. I'm gonna go down that road right now, but I can't. I don't really blame you. So, that's probably a discussion for another time and another place. But Laya, what's up, buddy? I haven't watched Cobra Kai. I've heard great things about it, and it's on my to-do list. So I have I have much liked the first 5 seasons.
Yes.
The beginning of season 6, it has me a little bit afraid of what they're doing. But the good thing is I think you could probably watch all of 1 through 5 and not even worry about 6. Because I think that, they could have just ended Cobra Kai at season 5, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
I don't know.
What's your favorite season since you've recently streamed it?
ESPN 8 the Ocho is going to televise every minute of the Sekai Tenkai. I can't. Let's see. Favorite season. I have to try and. It still might be the first, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Yeah.
It still might be the first. Let's see.
Because the second season's the one that ended with the school fight, right?
Yeah, the second season ended with the school fight. Third one was Hawk. I think, right? Hawk was third one was Hawk winning, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
spoilers. Sorry, I'm trying to put these together because you had Hawk and I thought the third season
fourth season.
I'm trying to think there was 2 seasons. There was 2 seasons of Silver, right?
Yeah, 4 and 5.
So 4 was Silver's takeover season, which is pretty good, and then 5 was Silver's downfall.
Yep.
So I still think 1 was really good.
Yeah,
watching it back, I love to see Miguel's rise. His the training montages, him and Johnny against the world type deal.
Yeah.
Hawk getting better and overcoming his stuff, and just Hawk becoming a better person or better fighter and all that stuff. And I think season 1 is still where it's at.
Yeah. See, for me, it's probably one's a strong contender. 2 and 3 are both really good. I like 3 a lot just from you see Miguel overcoming all odds, Hawk rising up like
yes, Miguel overcoming his back injury is a very season 3 is also good. I don't like that Miguel walked away, but I sort of get it. At the end, I wasn't thrilled. His walk off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you also found that was when you also found out was it that season he walked away? No, it was the next season that Tori's championship was paid for.
No, that was that season.
Was it that season too? Okay.
Yeah, that was that season. Miguel wasn't there to support Sam. He took off to go. He basically snuck out of town to go find his father.
Yeah.
Season 4 is them going after him and retrieving him, and then season 5 is just craziness with Silver, which is fun. It was fun. It was big fun.
Yep.
But yeah. Um,
they've all got their strong points. I think out of the first five, the weakest is probably four. Um, but
I would
yeah,
like to see the fights where they get rid of the stupid 3-point match and just go 3 minutes, as many hits as you can. I think that would be cool too for the world tournament. Just one on one, go for it, as many points as you can score. Hell yeah, man, I'm there for that.
well, and so that actually would be awesome because that would actually validate more of what Barnes was doing in these first five episodes, saying they're going to throw at you some stuff that you've never seen before, and
Yep,
you're going to
just
just be
change the rules.
trashed, you know. And so now when you sit there and say, oh well, there's going to be team competitions, and then the captains are going to fight.
Yeah,
So
that would be two awesome. Like that's two crazy things that it's like, okay, we got two
yeah,
V2s. It's like, what? Two V2s? What the hell is that? Oh, and it's no point, you don't stop. It's 3 minutes. So your stamina better be up there. You're gonna go 3 minutes nonstop. Whoever has the most points by the end wins. I mean, that's still something they could do technically. Like we're not quite there yet. So it's possible that that's something they could throw in. They could throw in some goofy rules and stuff, which would be cool. I think just mix it up a little bit. Um, so that could still happen. Like it would be cool if it happened. I would love to see something like that happen. But I don't like the six. I don't like that they haven't. It looks like it's mixed. It's not girls versus boys. I think
right.
that's also a mistake.
Well, it's a
Um,
mistake and
I don't.
dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to jump to the end. But I think one thing I want to talk about real quick is something we've all talked about a little bit. Us that have been talking about this is Kenny Payne.
Oh man,
Kenny Payne is an enigma right now, man.
there's like so starts off in no man's land, exactly where he ended in season five, and
Oh,
then oh yeah, oh you're
no, go
fine.
ahead.
Yeah, no, and then he has that scene with his like the fight scene was a little weird. Um, you know how he couldn't fight through two girls. It was just plain obvious that he wasn't forcing his way through.
Well, yeah.
But
So even before that, so it's like so we have his whole, his whole. I didn't like. He's one of the sore spots for me, just because of how they brought him up. I didn't see him as a contender for shit ever against like Miguel and Hawk
right,
and Robbie. I don't think he was a match for any of them. They built him up like he was. It was too fast. They made him into some wonder karate kid, and it just was like you sort of, and you know why you had to have a male, bad guy, right? So we didn't
mhm.
have that, so he was it, right? So I get why they did it, but I think that was just again sort of writing yourself in the corner. We got to find a bad guy here, which So Kenny, most for most people I've talked about, nobody really likes that character, or I shouldn't say that. Not their favorite. Like he's down on the list and
I
annoying,
I
at
would
least for me.
categorize Kenny as a character who's continually the missed opportunity.
That's possible. Yeah.
Um, he was the nerd kid that got shit on all the time, and then finally he was kind of he was the Hawk replacement
Yeah.
that season, and so you see him overcome a bit, but then slowly get tempted by the dark side, whatever. Um, you know, and I saw where it was going with all of this, and then he has that talk with his brother in his
Well,
backyard,
oh god, season
and
5 or Kenny's one of the big problems. Sorry, go ahead with
yeah,
this season so far. Go ahead.
well, and his talk with his brother, which was it was clunky how it got to the conversation, but
Yes.
the conversation itself, after that was done, I thought, hell yeah, this is going to be fucking great because Kenny's going to kind of lean on his brother for that support that he needs because his brother's stepping up and being a man while his father's in Germany, and I'm like, hell
Yep.
yeah. And he
Yep.
shows up at the dojo, all that stuff. And that's what they gave up. They
Yeah,
turned him
well,
into an asshole almost immediately.
it was not what his brother.
No, they turned Kenny back into an asshole
Well, I
during
don't even know
training.
that they did that. Right. So you start
Well,
with
in
him
terms of
mad.
LaFusso,
Well, but I don't even think it's his. Like that's the thing. The problem I have is like we're right back to
Yeah,
being bullies again.
true.
Um, so like so the beginning of the season, what? Oh, hold on, probably don't you? Okay, don't you know that the current year girls and boys are just yeah whatever. Sure they are. Sorry, I have a daughter. I wouldn't want to put her in a ring with Miguel. Okay, it's not happening. Um,
Right?
or Robbie or any of them. Sorry, they can.
Yeah.
Tori's psycho, so she can say what
Maybe
she wants to do.
Demetrius.
Oh God, we're gonna have to
Yeah,
talk about that
yeah,
too.
we'll talk
God,
about
holy
Demetrius.
shit! But Kenny, right? So so yeah, because Kenny's already sort of on a back foot. He's not a really beloved character. He's there. I think the actor's good. I actually think he's a good actor.
Hmm.
He's got some skills. It looks like too, if that's him. So, but you start the season and he's mad still, which fine, good, right? I'm all good with him being mad. Um, and Robbie is I don't know why they're all 5'5". Maybe they're all 5'5", so they make Daniel look taller. Maybe that's why. Um,
They're all
but
secretly Daniel
so
LaRusso's children.
so I'm trying. So we have okay. So episode 1 we have they go to golf and stuff to try and get Tori and Sam who. I shouldn't say this because I'm going to get called a bigot again. But what happens to the girls between seasons?
Mm.
Some of the scenes with Tori, they're bad camera angles or something because they're both beautiful young ladies. And then it sounds like some of the scenes Tori needs a bottle of water desperately, or she needs to stop chain smoking and drinking whiskey because like she's got some gravel in that. Is it just me? She seems to have some gravel in that voice.
Yeah, she may be getting a little bit of the oh shoot, what was the actress's name? Jewel of the Nile and um, some of those.
She put on a few pies. Okay.
She, I don't think Tori did. Sam.
Yeah. Tori still is fit. I was just more her voice and like I don't know. She has a
Yeah.
naturally round face, but it just seemed like they were shooting her in a weird angle. But that's I
Yeah.
don't want to get lost on that too much. But
Well, no, I think the angles are weird because there are moments where like
she looks great. So yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but when you look at Sam, some of the angles they take on her are not the flattering angles at all. And I know
Yeah.
that it looks like she's put on a little bit of weight, but
Yeah.
that personally doesn't bother me.
No, it's fine. It's just
Yeah.
it's like different. Like I don't know. It's just the voice. Tori's voice was more throwing me a little bit. So maybe she had sharp throat or something because I feel like it comes in and out. So, but so we have the golf and stuff thing. Tori and I feel like they just instantly become friends.
It was forced. Yeah.
It was just like. It just I don't know. It was like they instantly became friends because they wanted Robbie to deal with Kenny as quickly as possible. Like so it's like we need to get over Tori and Sam need to get over being mad at each other as quick as possible so we can have Robbie go deal with Kenny. That's what I felt like. Am I wrong? Does anybody else feel that, chat? She says it says a little bit forced. I think a little bit's probably fair. I mean, because there was stuff they were building that a little bit, right? So, but I just felt like it was just went solved. It's just like, and then he immediately goes, "Oh, thank God, you guys are friends now. I'm gonna go deal with Kenny." It's like what? It was really fast. It's like we were on the Acolyte traveling at light speed. Oh, sorry.
So like for them though, I was kind of hoping what they would do is not do the whole friendship arc, but just come to the understanding where, hey, you know what? We've been through shit. It's water under the bridge. But we're not really, we are oil and water in terms of friendship. So let's just maintain that. And then just have an absolute utter respect for each other on the mat.
Well, yeah, I'll be fine. Well, look,
I think that's the best way to go in my opinion.
Look, I'll be honest. I am very glad that they went Miguel and Robbie are basically brothers at this point.
Hmm.
So I think it's definitely I'm very glad that they did that and they didn't like have them being feuding, whatever. I'm glad they've just decided that they're friends. They're basically brothers. They're about to welcome another sibling into the family, which is gonna make them really brothers, pretty much, right? Almost like, but so I'm glad that they've bonded Miguel and Robbie. I like that. And I know that's part of the things that's driving the Tori Sam thing, but
Yeah.
it was like blink and you miss it, right? And then and then I'm just sort of because I'm sort of like here, you know what, fuck it. Oh, it's not gonna let me bring it up. Um, I'm sort of let me see. Actually, I'll try and bring it up on Firefox. Maybe it'll let me. So then we go to he basically they say okay, we're good, like it's almost that fast. And then Robbie's like, I need to go talk to Kenny, and it's like okay. And then like was that the scene where the like whatever you need, we got your back, and it's like are you gearing up for a fight, like like is that what's happening? um Right? Is that what they had that thing, or he was just
Yeah.
acting
Well,
like he was jumping in his like he jumped in his game like he was like it was that's what made me it
uh,
sort of made me cringe this time. He jumped
well.
in the game like it was fucking Allie with
Oh
remember when
yeah,
it's like oh
but
you got me,
Melissa.
it's like oh come on, it's like Jesus.
Oh, I
It's
forgot
like
about
come
that.
on, what, like I like some of these callbacks, but that was like Robbie, that was so like come on. Come on, are you trying
Yeah,
to date him? What are you doing?
yeah. Well, yeah, because that's when his brother steps in and tells him to leave him alone,
Right,
and then he walks away, and then that's when they're like, "Hey, we've got your back if you need to go and sort this out with
right,
Kenny."
right. And then
Um,
he doesn't let it go, which is fine. I'm
yeah,
gonna make it small. Which I'm fine with him being a little bit. You know, is it, no, we don't want that one. Make it a little bigger. Is that which is maybe it's that one? No, I don't like that one. Which one do you like? That one?
sure.
Sure, why
I'm
not?
I'm easy to please,
Yeah, we
maybe.
can we can do that because we're not focusing on the show too much. I'll move the box up. How about we do that? There we go. For now, that'll work. What did I miss?
Well,
Look, I can accept a lot of things, but I draw the line at a black kid spending time at a mini golf arcade. Oh, come on,
wow.
come on.
Yeah, Arctic says this one up.
Uh, I see. I don't. Yeah, I guess sort of. But
I found that
I
scene
don't know.
honestly annoying.
I get. The sleepover thing was like. We can get there, but I just it was. They weren't best friends, but they were over their bullshit pretty quick for the boys. That's all I'm saying, because I felt like it was just like, hey, we gotta start dealing with Kenny. Uh, Robbie's arc is dealing with Kenny, at least right now, right? That's what I felt like we were doing. So I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's just how I felt.
Articus, I don't think this is in the Jaden Smith universe.
No, no
I don't
way.
think they're
Well,
even
Daniel
retcon.
LaRusso's in here, so no. So I haven't seen Jackie Chan mentioned once, so we're good. We're good. Unless he shows up at the tournament, wouldn't that be funny?
Oh my goodness!
Jaden comes
Oh
flying
man,
out with like a mask on. He's like, "Rah! I'm a
they're gonna
fucking
start.
pterodactyl or some shit." It's like, what the fuck?
They're
Why is
gonna start
Jaden Smith
pulling out
in here?
all the cameos. So you'll have him. You'll have Jet Li showing up. The guy who plays Ip Man. Um, yeah, they'll all be there.
Yeah.
Sean Claude Van Damme.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, so you have the arcade stuff. Kenny's like, "Fuck off," as Rose like, "Leave him alone." Okay. Then we go from the arcade to the batting cages, and uh Robbie's like apologizing to his brother and all that, which that's all fine. And then we have the weird fight. Um, it was a little bit weird. Where I sort of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain they got mad. They start fighting. Sean punches through a net. It's like, okay. And the girls like just disable Kenny. We're doing Superman punches. Where is it? The weird part where like he tries to run through them and they grab him. It was like, what?
Yeah.
So that was weird, but it was all. Where is it? Oh, he punched through the. Yeah, man. Sean's a tough dude, man. He just punched through a fucking net. But but it's all to get to the conversation. I don't know if it's later in the episode. Is it? Yeah, it's this episode. It's all to get to the conversation so Sean can say immediately that he's changed his mind about everybody because the girls didn't try and fight and beat up Kenny. They just grabbed him.
Yeah, clunky.
And it's like, huh?
Clunky.
It was just sort of weird. Like it was like I don't. It's like the first episode was like, we need to acknowledge that Kenny is still pissed off, but we need Kenny to be in Miyagi-Do by the end of episode 1, no matter what. Right? I mean, that's what it's just like. We got to get Kenny into Miyagi-Do by the end, or like no matter how we get there, we just got to get there.
Right. And like, yes, it is weird. Again, you could sit there and say with Kenny, you can look for an avenue for him to find a different path somewhere else because he doesn't necessarily need to be involved in there. I mean, you could just give him an early swan song in there. That you don't necessarily have to have him. You've already got a huge freaking cast anyway.
Well, you're only sending 6.
Right.
So let him go. Like, just let him go or bring him in, one or the other. Like, spend some time, right?
Well, so if you're gonna take the time to have this scene with his brother, where his brother's taking this father figure role to help him try and make better decisions for himself, which I like that a lot. But then when they took him and did what they did with him later.
Well, let's just talk about it, right? So, like,
yeah,
like this is so you do all this, you get him into Miyagi-Do. We get all these little nods between him and Anthony. They're nodding. It's like, okay, we're I guess we're good. We don't have that. We don't ever have that conversation between him and Anthony. Actually bearing their shit. I guess we're just supposed to assume that they're over their shit. Maybe it sure doesn't seem like it by the end of the 5 episodes because.
Nope.
Kenny basically, he's actually he's participating in a lot of the training. He seems to be getting to know everybody. Blah 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 blah. He's a contender for the top 6.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get I guess it's the Coyote Creek scene, part 2. We're running up the hill. We're running up a hill to determine who's going to fight in a karate match. We're not having fights like we do with the captain's thing, or skills or anything. We're running up a hill.
Yep.
Which is weird.
Well, it's just a cleaner version of Double Dare.
Yeah.
It's the whole thing is just it's that bothered me a lot. And to sit there and for Danny LaRusso to sit there and want to put his son in
the fact that Anthony is even in the fucking picture is just, come on, what are we doing?
He's been doing karate for a season.
That like how this can't be that long after the events at Cobra Kai. It can't be.
Right.
So Anthony's all of a sudden like really good at karate. It's like, come on, what are we doing? And even if he hasn't put his time in. He's not even on the board. He shouldn't even be participating.
100%.
So, but that's another problem. But then we have the race, and because for some reason we have to have Lee. I don't even fucking the fucking the debate girl. Like, what's her name? Lee
Oh,
is something Lee, right?
no,
I
I
thought it
think it was
was.
her last name.
Is that just what Johnny calls her?
Yeah, I think he calls her by her last name.
Her last name's Lee, right?
Yeah, her
What's
first
her
name.
name, chat? I don't even remember her fucking name because I
Yeah,
don't like her.
yeah, she's a
She's
passable
just
character. Your female characters are Sam and Tori. Period. Bar none.
yeah.
Let's just stop right
So,
there.
but so we need to. So we're now. So we don't know. So her motivation is just she has to be the best because she has to be the best. She doesn't quit. She doesn't. She's always right. It's like okay, not sure why. Is it like home life? Like we don't. So we don't have any real backstory on her. So I don't know if we're ever going to get that because it doesn't seem we have time for that. But we know that she winning. She has to be the best at all costs, or she's a failure. I guess I don't know. So which is enough. Yeah, I'm not. Thanks, Will. Appreciate that. Thanks for the help, buddy. Like, love you too. The Asian one, okay. The Asian one versus the black one. That seems.
Yeah.
That seems. Wow, that seems a little bit racially charged. The Asian versus the black one. Wow. I don't know if they even thought about that, but whatever.
Will could be the behind the scenes sports stats guy who's sitting there plugging facts into everyone's ears.
but then so she has to win at all costs or she deems herself a failure. We don't know why she acts this way or anything other than she just likes to win or she's whatever. So
Right.
she puts a bunch. Where did the laxatives come from again? Who is
It
taking the laxatives?
Shipbreak or penis breath.
Which why is he back?
Right.
Like the minute it's like oh god, like dude no, that dude no. Look, stop being pussies and like this is where Johnny should stop it and say like, look, Miyagi Do used to be pussy shit, but we're not pussies around here anymore. You fucking betrayed all of us. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Penis breath. Why is penis breath back? Fuck him.
Right. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
It's crazy to me. That should have been a hard line. No, you're gone. We don't need you. You're like, why? You have all this shit, all these people that still aren't going to the tournament. Why do we need penis breath?
Right. So that we could have the penis breath joke.
Apparently.
That's really it.
Or he can become like penis butt breath or something. Change into something new. I don't know. Become a butterfly.
Right. So I mean, but if you're going to use if you're going to use the laxative thing, you could totally eliminate his character from the show, because the other guy, his friend, he doesn't need to have that. We don't have to have a friend for everybody in the show, because they're not main characters.
Did they?
And if you want to have the laxative thing in there, what you do is you have Devin. That's her name.
Devin.
So you have Devin just be at the store and see the laxatives there at the store, and then just kind of get this little smirk
or this little face. Thought bubble, right? But
right,
is penis breath real? Seriously, is penis breath in the show solely because of the laxatives? Is that why they brought him back?
I guess he's the vehicle for it. I mean,
because we'll see how much he's in the rest of the series. Like,
he's not going to Barcelona.
Because I imagine we're going to be in Spain next when we come back.
Yeah, for 5 episodes. I think they'll be coming back.
It'll be Spain for 5 episodes, and then the last 5 will be wrap up.
Yep.
I could be wrong, but that's so. So, like, is that why? Penis breath is in the show, so we can have the laxative thing, so she can cheat. Clearly cheat.
Yep.
And we do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, we talked about this too. There's a complete failure at the sensei level here. You start the race. Where are you? First of all, you see clearly something is wrong with Kenny immediately. Kenny has to come tumbling down the hill and go into the shitter,
Right.
where he remains until he shits his fucking brains out, and then comes out and everybody starts fucking bullying him.
Yep. And the senseis don't step in and get everybody to knock it off. The one thing is that this show, the grown-ups aren't really stepping in and acting like grown-ups,
Yeah.
except for Johnny.
I don't like. Well, and he's so hell bent on getting Devin noticed for some reason. I don't know why he's so all of a sudden. It's like, okay, Robbie and Miguel can take care of themselves. Now it's all. About, I need to. It's like,
Right.
I don't understand why he's so hell bent on getting Devin noticed all of a sudden.
Right.
But like, maybe, like, this is also the thing. Like, we talked. Kenny could have had such a fucking amazing story arc in this season,
Uh-huh.
because you got Johnny. You got Johnny, who should be able to relate to Kenny because he's been fucked up by Cobra Kai. You have Daniel LaRusso, who should be able to relate to Kenny because he's been fucked up by Terry Silver. The two of them should have a huge investment on trying to help Kenny because he's been fucked over by Cobra Kai. Double.
Yeah. Yep. And the only one that has some sort of investment in him
Is
is
Robbie.
Rob. You know, that's it. And the other thing too, and we talked about this on the phone a few days ago, Kenny should have gone, and
Yep.
what should have happened is the Sekai Tekai should have been in Germany.
Yep.
And so that it sets you up with a storyline where he can meet up with his father, and his father can
Yep.
watch him kick some ass. I mean, that's the or have
And
this
see the
moment
man
where-
he's become and
Right.
redeem Sean at the same time because Sean is there next to him helping him out.
right, or you see him fail in the tournament, and you see his father step in and just help his son through it.
Well, yeah, he can lose, and then you
I
can
mean,
see how he takes losing.
Absolutely,
And his dad's even prouder of him how he handles himself losing.
Yep.
Right, him and his brother. But like,
Yeah.
right, it's just like, but I guess that gives him too much screen time. I don't know.
I don't know, but this is why I say Kenny is the missed opportunity character of the show. He really
Absolutely.
is. There's so much that they could have done with him, and they missed the boat.
It just drives me. It drives me crazy that neither Johnny or Daniel seem to give two fucks about Kenny, and he is basically carbon copies of them both. Right? They should have more. They have more in common with Kenny at this point than probably anybody but Miguel and Robbie.
Yep.
And they just. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't run with it. We were talking about it, and just you have all that stuff happen. You have Daniel and Johnny taking him under his wing. Yeah, absolutely. You have taken under his wing, and then you have lo and behold the tournament is in Germany, or if it's in Spain, you just have Kenny's dad is actually in Spain, not Germany, and you roll with it, and we didn't do that. And I don't quite understand why we didn't do that. Other than they didn't want to focus on that character, and they I don't know. They just and what a terrible way to just get rid of him. I don't understand why the decision is we are going to make everybody in Cobra Kai is now. Well, I shouldn't say, or not Cobra Kai. Everybody in Miyagi-Do. I shouldn't say everybody, but the bulk of Miyagi-Do are assholes because he comes out of the restroom. Let me see if I can find it, and they're all making fun of him, including Anthony. And it's like, oh well, Anthony's just back to being a shithead bully, I guess. I don't know what else to say other than that. It's all the way in episode 4 that happens. That's crazy. They have a bunch of nonsense happen with Kenny in between then, I guess. So let me see here. Oh yeah, here it is. So yeah, so we're setting up a guilt a guilt thing for her that she cheated and Kenny got screwed over. So now what's going to happen? So now and on top of that, she lets Anthony. So Anthony's laughing at him. So we're right. It's like I don't understand. It's so weird. So now we're back to Kenny and Anthony are going to be going at it again because everybody else is leaving. I don't know if Anthony's going to go with them to the tournament or not. So everybody's leaving to the tournament. Anthony and Kenny are still going to be there. Kenny now thinks that Anthony is fucking with them again. And Lee is gonna have a change of she's gonna be at the tournament and it's gonna be too much guilt. She's gonna be fighting badly and they're gonna be going, what the hell's wrong with you, Lee? What's Devin, what, get your shit together. She's like, I cheated to get here. I put laxatives in Kenny's drink. I shouldn't be here. And then what, we're gonna ignore that? Like I don't know what's happening. And now we're right back to the Anthony and Kenny at odds thing. Because she set them up and didn't say anything. So Devin is not looking real hot right now. I don't understand what they're doing to Kenny or why. I don't know if we're going to see any more of Kenny at this point because I think we're going to the tournament. So if we're going to the tournament, Kenny ain't going to be there. So I don't know. I don't know why we've had this big we're so hell bent on getting Devin Lee into the tournament. She's an okay character, but I don't know why there's this huge emphasis on her being one of the top three. I guess it's because the show needs to have the show wants and needs to have three boys and three girls.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I guess the show wants three boys and three girls. I don't know why the tournament isn't set up that way. It would just make it easier. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm pretty not happy with how that whole storyline with this season so far.
Which storyline were you just?
Kenny, just wrapping up Kenny.
Okay,
so.
Still wrapping up. Okay.
Yeah. So
I think.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just again, you've got so many opportunities missed with it, and he could be such an awesome character that he could be just kind of like he could be Hawk 2.0. Boy, that sounded almost real close to a meme here. But he could just be that Hawk understudy, right?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
You shit on him by making him shit his pants.
Yeah. And everybody just laughs at him, and then
right.
Anthony takes the blame, and now we're going to be right back to Kenny and Anthony at odds because she cheated. And it's like she's going to have this come to Jesus thing in Spain, and where they can't do anything about it, and they're just going to be like, "Well, you're here now, so you got to fight, right?" It's like, well, then you just let her get away with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they going to maybe they take alternates? I don't know. We'll see.
I would hope so, but you're not going to be taking Kenny because Kenny's gone. He left.
I guess. I don't know.
No, because no adult stepped in to support
they just let him go
in a moment of embarrassment.
Yeah, they just let him go. That was what we were talking about. How nobody stepped in and went after him, right?
Yep. It's that. And they did the same thing.
No. We were talking about Tori. We got to get to Tori here in a few minutes, but So how did you feel? So far, for the most part, Johnny's been pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I've been enjoying Johnny. I don't know how the whole the Stingray scene. How did you feel about the Stingray scene?
Unnecessary, I guess. I mean, it was good from how it ended. It looked like he was going to go away, and then they subverted your expectation with it, and had him stick around with Miyagi-Do.
Yep.
So, I mean, that was good, but at the same time, the guy for that, I can't remember his name, is annoying as shit.
Stingray.
Stingray. They could totally pass on any scenes with him from here on out.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I could have done without the scene, but I liked where it ended. I was glad with Johnny going, "Look, it's not my legacy."
Yeah,
So, which brings it. So, and I tend to agree with you, Will. Not enough Johnny is the problem with Johnny, because I've been enjoying most of
yeah.
Johnny's storyline. I wish he was stepping in a little bit more with some of the like with Kenny and stuff like that, so that would get him more screen time. But yeah, Johnny's been good, very good so far. Oh shoot, what was I gonna say?
Yeah, Johnny's been Johnny. It's just, he might be slightly toned down than he was in previous seasons, but I think that's kind of been a progression um, of time with him. But he's still effective as the classic Johnny that we should all come to expect.
Yep. And I did like how it ended. It was nice. They show up, they have their little talk, and he decides that Miyagi Do, and it's like okay, good. And Daniel's like, oh yeah, okay, good. We don't have to fight. And Johnny's like, screw that. What do
Oh
you mean?
no,
We're still
fighting.
fighting. And
I love it.
and he turns to Chosen, yeah, we're still fighting. And he's like, why? He's like, why not? It's like, why
Yeah,
not? So we're fighters. We fight for fun. Fuck it, right?
yeah.
So,
Bros, like I mean, honestly, like this is where this is where Daniel kind of like missed me on that one, because it's like, wait, we don't need, wait, why are we fighting? We don't need to fight. And I'm like, dude, you run a karate dojo. What is your fucking problem?
yeah, right. Yeah. So Johnny, like that whole Johnny episode 1, Johnny saves it just because Sonny's great in it. I mean, most of the Johnny stuff in Johnny in episode 1 was great. A lot of some of the McGill Robbie stuff is fine. Like the girls doing their thing, a little too fast. All the Kenny stuff not good.
Yeah.
For the most part, like I was okay with Kenny and his brother's like conversation. It was just how they got there so fast, and the just quick change was like what. So yeah, so that sort of wraps up episode 1 and Kenny. Oh Jesus! All right, like so this is I can't believe I'm having to do this shit. But real quick, Aldan for $10, thanks, buddy. Johnny is a killer. It's been a little annoying so far, but I think it's okay for what it is. Now, important news: Mac is Jesus. What? Hey, keep that shit to yourself, brah. We have people that have not finished that series. Okay, leave the angel Jesus alone. Okay. Actually, hold on, real quick. I gotta show him something. My brother got me something, Aldan. You gotta hold on. I'm gonna show you.
Uh-oh, he's leaving me with the mic. Now we've got dulcet tones from Manethrin here. God help you all. Yeah, Aldan, I am that far into Words of Radiance.
There you go.
Oh, okay. So that's got to be Dresden.
Ellie's Pub, baby. Hell yeah. Yeah, my brother got me that shit. I love that shit. That's fucking awesome. But
nice.
But yeah, so don't come on, man, relax. No, this is my theory. Everyone is welcome to it. Where did you get that? My brother got it. I don't know where he got it. My brother gets all kinds of cool little things for me.
At the pub, dumbass.
He got me the land map. I don't know where he got that, but he's got me a whole bunch of stuff for my birthday. So I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled rotten. What can I say?
Let him know my birthday's in December.
There you go. There you go. Geez.
Did you freeze or did I freeze? Somebody froze. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think Steve froze. Yeah, okay. So, all right. Aldan's confirming Prophet is frozen. Man. Good grief. That's what he gets for showing off his merch stuff that he got from his brother, I guess. All right. So yeah, Um, and I know how Will feels about the season so far. Aldan, I think I saw that you were showing. Yep, there we go. He drops. All right, he'll get back in here soon, shortly, unless his computer blew up. We should probably. Oh, power outage. Uh-oh. Um, yikes. Uh-oh. Like, out now or just a short? He might be trying. Maybe he'll try and plug in on his phone. Um, but yeah. So anyway, well, gonna vamp a little bit. Yeah. So Aldan, I'm about 75% of the way through this beast of a book. Yeah, he has no power at all. Good grief. Um, and a certain somebody is in jail. Um, so there's that. Pardon the garage noises. Ooh, the whole block is out. Ooh, my. Okay, folks. Um, the end of God word blasphemy. Yeah, there we go. Um, but yeah, so 75% of the way in through that. I'm splitting time between that and Shogun, and both books are insanely phenomenal. Um, I'm really digging these two books. Um, I'm about the same spot with them, and then once I'm done with that one, it's back into Dresden with I think it's Blood Right. I think is the sixth book that I'm going to be on. So it's going to be lots of fun. So, all right. Whole block is out. All right. Yikes. Um, I'm telling them what you said, Aldan. That it's what you get for blasphemy. All right. Um, well, heck, I can always check and see if the stream is still actually up. Okay, it is. So it's not just. Okay. Oh, all right. So, Will, you ready for Saturday? Hoping, uh, hoping that you are, and that your future missus is just as excited. You know, um, so wish I could be there. You know, but okay. Let's see what Steve is saying here. I think he's kind of at a loss for words too. Let's see here. Yeah, yeah. Well, I will say I do remember that feeling like the closer you get, it's just like, okay, come on, let's just rip the Band-Aid off, get it done with. Um, it just and just get going. Um, yeah. So Sam, yeah, I saw that he released the name of that. I mean, obviously, I'm 3 books away from that, so I've got a long way to go before I get there to Wind of Truth. Uh, but lots to be excited about. I know Rhythm of War was kind of for a lot of people, but still. Um, so I don't know how long Steve's going to be. Um, let's see here. Oh, so Aldan, you liked Rhythm of War then, huh? I mean, I don't imagine that you're probably terribly disappointed with a whole lot of Sanderson stuff because, from what I gather in conversations with you previously, you're pretty stoked about the a lot of his stuff. How essential is what is it, Edge Dancer and um, the other one, um, Shard Bearer, was it? Dawn Shard, yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Um, yeah, how essential are those? Because I just read a interlude with Rift, and Rift's kind of annoying as hell. So, I'm kind of like, I don't know that I or Lift. Lift is the character's name. Their ass. There's something about big novelists writing novellas. Um, you know, when uh, with Wheel of Time and no, actually, I know for a fact, dude, that New Spring is your favorite. Will, I know for a fact. Sam, there he's splitting up the 10 into 5. Uh, so there you got one era, just like what he's done with Mistborn, I guess. And Aldan, correct me if I'm wrong, but you got the first 5 of Stormlight focusing on that era, and then the second 5 is going to be sometime later, I guess. I don't know. These are my first forays into Stormlight or into the Cosmere, so I'm not exactly sure where it stands. Let me try and do something here. So a time jump into the back of 5. That's a good question, Sam. I don't know. I have the first book on my bookshelf, but it's going to be a bit before I get to it. Um, but I am very interested in checking that out because I think it's by Steve Erickson. I think. But yeah, I've heard really good things about it. I don't know anything about it. It's not easy on Audible. Holy shit, dude. Man, that's tough. Oh man. Um, yeah. Have you, Will? Have you read all of them? I think he's got. Is there 8-ish of them so far? Oh, there he is. The uncrowned king of the land of madmen. As soon as it stops circling. Yeah, that's always the impression I get. I mean, I think anytime you get in with these big books, I always like to take a break between them. Um, just because, I mean, again, this is 1,100 pages. you know, I am not going right into Oathbringer on this from this one. As much as I'm enjoying this one, and how it's setting itself up for a conclusion. Boy, there are so many ways it could go. Oh, Dan had to skip. Let's see if he gets back in here. But I like doing that large books and then hitting a palate cleanser like Dresden in there. Because I think that's just going to be rocking when I get right back into Dresden. Up there he is. There's my mate.
Hey, could you see me before? Could you hear me before?
No, I couldn't. It was just got that black circle going round and round and round.
Yeah, that's what I had this end too, man. So I thought I'd jump out. I had to turn the work encryption off.
Gotcha. Yep, I'm familiar with that whole working from home stuff. It's pretty. No, man, thanks for jumping in real quick. Hopefully,
no, that's all right, man. Filling in for Steve. What's wrong with him?
Yeah, power outage, whole block.
Oh.
So it may be us hanging out for however long we hang out, and then we just close shop. It'll be kind of interesting because I don't have his YouTube controls, so I can't turn off the stream on that end. We can just this. so it might just be a complete blank screen stream for 5 hours while I get some power back.
24 hour stream. Nice.
Right. Yeah.
No, well, yeah. I don't know, man. Yeah, what we saying before you're reading Clavel's Shogun as well.
Yeah. So I'm I'm about 90% done with that. And I'm they took out kind of big chunks of it. I mean, it's a huge book to begin with. But I think they took out the stuff that nothing that was detrimental, I guess.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
It's interesting. They did take a lot of the romance side of it with Mariko out. Yeah. Quite a bit of it, actually.
Yeah.
And
that they did. I'm not sure where that. Well, I'm not sure what they could have swapped it out. Like if you, I'm not sure what they could have swapped it out for though, because they kind of jammed as much of what I think was, what I feel like was necessary for the story to be told the way that they told it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what else you could have what could have like reduced time in other areas to replace that with. Like, to be honest, yeah, I've I've got very few criticisms with what they did. I think they did it's one of the better jobs we've seen, actually.
I agree. I think the love and care that they put toward the show was very reminiscent of what Peter Jackson did with Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Um, so I respect that attitude quite a bit. And yeah, with what they put in, they kept all the the subtext political intrigue in, which I think is why it works so well.
Yeah.
I just did a rewatch of it. I couldn't
Mm.
stop watching it. It was it's just a really really good show.
It's better
Uh,
than it's way better than anything else on TV for ages. It's way and after like with the Dragon, the House of Dragon season 2 even like
ugh.
that's nowhere near to the standard, you know. And like I'm probably not hating it as much as a lot of people, but I hated that last episode. but but like
Yeah.
but it's nowhere near to that standard at all. And I thought that it would be right. Like I really enjoyed season 1 of that show, and I was like season 2, you know, this could be as good after watching Shogun. I was like, oh, things seem to be trending in the right direction, and it's a step back
Mhm.
down from that for sure. So
Yeah. Well,
not
so like Sam, I would agree. I think they should do Taipan next. I don't
yeah.
think they should do a Shogun season
Season
2.
2, I 100% agree with that as
Yeah.
well.
Stay with the material that you have. Learn from Dan and Dave of Game of Thrones lore.
Yeah.
You know, once you run out of material, stop and
Yeah,
move
that's
on to
right.
this material. Because that's kind of what I'm hoping they do with. I mean, they're not going to do it. I don't think with Dark Matter. I think they set the end of that up in a way that it's going to continue. I don't think they should because I think they covered the book from Blake
I haven't
Crouch.
seen that. Yeah, I haven't read that or seen it, so I don't know anything about Dark.
Steve and I really like. We've been toying with doing a show on it. We both really liked it. It was one of those things where um, they would do some sciencey stuff and run into some problems, but they would
Yep.
immediately explain the problems in the beginning of the next episode. So they didn't sit there and like leave it out as this kind of
Yeah, right.
dangling keys thing until the very end. So I mean, it was actually really satisfying to watch the show. Um, so I'm hoping they just kind of. I mean, they left it open ended, so I'm sure they'll do a second season.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, but it's like Tokyo Vice. Did you watch that at all?
No.
Okay, so that it's 2 seasons. They canceled it after 2 seasons, and that's exactly what they should have done. It was that second season was so damn good. They wrapped all the storylines up. Everything was just done very very nicely and believable. And and
Yeah,
they said, okay,
they
we're
quit while
done.
they were ahead. They quit while they were ahead, eh? Yeah,
Yep.
it's like they've just forgot. It's like Hollywood's just like forgotten that that's a real thing to actually like to quit while you're ahead, to to not flog a dead horse. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so Noble House is your favorite of them, of the 6. Yeah, if that's the case, and Shogun is as good as it is, then
Yeah, you got a fair bit to look forward to, eh?
oh yeah, absolutely. Have you read all the Agent Saga, Aldan?
No, I have not read the whole thing.
Okay,
But yeah,
yeah. It was just good. It was refreshing to sit there and watch something and say, hey, we can do good adaptations.
yeah. You can translate it accurately, right? And it's accurate enough. And even some of the parts that they like, some of the parts where they sort of like used more historically accurate, because it's historical fiction. It's a historical event as well.
Mhm.
And so some of the things that they used in the show were probably more historically accurate than the way that Clavel really described them happening. And so they sort of had a good mix between the two, which was really cool. I thought that was cool. And they sort of erred on the side of that rather than adding their own stuff. If they added stuff, it was historically accurate.
Right. Yeah. But so like I was listening to a podcast of the first episode, and they took some stuff from different periods of Japanese
Yeah.
culture and moved it into that, like either moved it earlier or moved it forward. I can't remember which.
Yeah.
But when you're putting so much concentration on actually telling a good story and being honest and faithful to the material, stuff like that, you can sit there and be like, okay, yeah, that's fine,
Yeah,
because
correct.
you're going to sit there and work with the story as it should be. So I had no problem with them doing that kind of stuff. It's it's just like some of the stuff that they did with Lord of the Rings. Again, I'm going to pull that because that's my jam. But
That's
when they move stuff around, well, because they're being so faithful to just at the very least the lore and uh, the whole feel of Lord of the Rings, then when you're moving stuff around here and there, it's more forgivable, and like little old man Willow nods by Treebeard, and are fine, because you realize that that's kind of that's there to serve a purpose, while at the same time to help build up Treebeard as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, it was a masterful. It was a good reminder, and it's yeah, and it's just it's fun. It's funny because you do have to judge everything else by that standard now, and so the maybe people wouldn't be as upset with the Dragon Show this time around with if Shogun hadn't have happened, right? Because it raised the bar again.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
They've kind of like
Well,
dropped.
and Steve's kind of put out that question before too. Is like, was the first season as good as it was because it was writing right next to Rings of Power?
I think that's valid. Yeah, I think that's valid. I mean, but I've rewatched. Have you rewatched season 1 like recently?
Rings of Power? No.
No. I actually tried. I tried to watch. I fell asleep every fucking time again. So I was like,
oh, no doubt. No, I have not rewatched House of the Dragon season 1. I watched it through with my wife. Probably that was probably last October or November, and I think we enjoyed it for the most part. I wasn't a huge fan of the last episode, maybe episode and a half, because I thought that some of the decisions that were made were a little off.
The major thing is bloody Maylee's. Yeah, that the decision to have her like breakout, to have Rhaenys break out of underneath the pit and kill all those people, and then not address it in season 2, do the opposite, is kind of it's really disappointing.
I didn't even think about that.
They made it worse.
I've watched the first episode of season 2, but I haven't gone past that yet.
Okay.
My wife hasn't had the desire to watch it. She'll watch anything and be all right with it. I mean, she watches Bridgerton and shit like that, so she'll just watch it because it's something. And whereas I'm watching it, now I sat down. She was watching one of the seasons of Bridgerton. I came in from out here in the garage, and I sat down just to kind of keep her company for 10 or 15 minutes. And she's watching it, and something happened in the show that was so fucking stupid. I broke out in an absolute fit of laughter. And she's just kind of looking at me, and she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "That is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life."
Yeah, chicks love that stuff though. That's probably she might like season 2 more. It's definitely like my complaints with it are like it's clearly written by women at this, like, to a massive degree. Yeah. I don't even know. I haven't even looked at it, so I don't even know if that's true. But I'll guarantee it's true because it really does feel like Days of Our Lives fucking dragged like it does, and girls like that shit. So good on them, but I think it's shit.
Yeah. So it's again. So with season 1, we enjoyed it. I think the biggest issue that I have in general with Game of Thrones is I find any of it very difficult to watch a second time around because of how the first series ended for the last, in my opinion, 3 seasons were so bad. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
see, I went back and started watching that. Started watching like I watched the first season of like the OG season of Game of Thrones again
uh-huh.
before after season 2 of this started. So I'm just like, I just need to go back and remind myself of like because people saying online, like oh, if you think that having lots of like long conversations about this is boring, then you need to apply the same standard to Game of Thrones. I'm like, oh well, that seems like bullshit to me. I'm going to go watch it and find out.
Totally.
And from a certain perspective, I guess it's not wrong. But the difference is the way that the scenes are constructed. Like there's a lot of political intrigue and conversations that are happening in OG Game of Thrones, but it's not just the only thing that's happening, right? So
Right.
you're at a joust, you're at this, there's action going on or something at the same time, and it's broken up. There's always something happening in every episode, like it's breaking up. So the
Yeah.
conversations aren't just happening; they're happening in a setting where there's something else happening. And
Yeah.
that's just not the case now. That's the different that's the difference that I've been able to tell, and it's really disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's when I look back and at season 1, 2, 3, really, and 4. I look at those seasons, and yeah, you're right, there was a lot of talking, but what you had was that you had talking and discussion with consequence. So things that were said
that's
had impact later, and so there was actually follow through in terms of just a plot line with these things, unlike your cupboard discussions in Wheel of Prime, where things happen
yeah.
and you forget about it, and the next scene,
Well, that's kind of what's
those-
happening in season 2 of this. That's where the Dragon Show's morphed into kind of like that, where it's conversations in rooms and that's
yeah.
sort of it.
Yeah, I did notice that with the first episode that it just, it, things just aren't gelling the way that they should. There should be a cohesive thought that runs through a thread that runs through the entire thing, and then
Yeah,
you
and
have
yeah,
tie-ins to that thread.
yeah, and that there is definitely like there is a thread that is running through it. It's not a good thread.
Uh,
It's
that's
that,
too bad
yeah,
too.
and I don't want to. I don't want to like. If you're gonna watch it, I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's well, it's
yeah,
one of those things. So, like most of the time, spoilers just don't bother me. I'm I can sit there and get spoiled on something that doesn't ruin anything one way or the other for me. And so
yeah,
like I've been watching like Steve and Brian talk on Brian's channel uh, after each of the episodes and
yeah,
listening to them talk about it. And so I mean it does impact my enthusiasm to actually sit down and watch it. Um, but then when I'm telling Steve about where I am in Words of Radiance, he's like, okay, well, okay, all right, all right, so you're here. Um, and I said, okay, and I think this and this and this are going to happen. He's like, okay, well, I don't want to spoil anything. I'm like, good, don't. So with that, it's like, don't
yeah,
give me spoilers.
yeah.
Um, I don't want that for that, but most other things, it doesn't bother me. So, um, like Star Wars back when the prequels were coming out, because that's you know if you want to consider those canon, which I personally don't, um, they that was the last decent thing made for Star Wars, and I was all about catching spoilers for
The
those.
prequels.
Yeah. Um, but I actually, so yeah, speaking of Star Wars, I just ordered the Thrawn trilogy. I'm going to give that another go for the first time in 25 years. So
What?
the Thrawn trilogy. So the original, what was supposed to be, it was really the successor to Return of the Jedi, written by Timothy Zahn.
Right.
And they Timothy Zahn wrote these. These were actually the first 3 books, I think, that were licensed by Lucas to build up an expanded universe, and it's now what Disney
Nice.
decanonized them. But these books were
Right.
freaking awesome, and when I read them,
Yeah.
again, that was 25 years ago when I was trying college, and I read them, loved them.
Trying college. It's a good way to. It's a good way to put it. Trying
Oh
college.
yeah. Didn't finish. I tried it.
Yeah.
I tried
Me
it
too.
mostly at the bottom of but
I went because my girlfriend was going to uni. That's the only reason I went. I didn't last too long.
yeah. Which one, the girl or the the uni?
Both. Both.
But yeah, so the books are called Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. And
Okay.
I think they are just, if you like Star Wars stuff, and you know that these were written back in the 90s, so you know that it's going to be pretty accurate to what Lucas wanted, and they were so damn good.
Free of the message.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited because I
watch that.
got back into that after watching the original redefined versions of the theatrical releases of Star Wars. I got a hold of those and ripped through those one Saturday, and I'm like, okay, all right, here we go. Oh.
Yeah, nice. Did you watch that Acolyte show?
No, I did not. I have a lot of this stuff. I will sit there and I'll watch Az and Disparu and Steve.
Yeah.
Go through.
Yeah, I started watching
shreds.
I started just watching Steve's reviews as well. I think I watched the first few episodes, like watched them late. I watched a few reviews and I was like, I want to watch this just to see how bad it is. I watched a few and I was like, that's so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
Well, Steve and I covered that first fight on the Fight Autopsy. And it's atrocious. It's typical fight scenes these days anyway, whether it's Wheel of Prime or the Star Wars stuff or Rebel Moon or whatever. Everything is just so poorly choreographed, and it looks like nobody trains to actually do these scenes.
No, they don't train. I don't think it's not just that they don't train. It's that they don't hire people who are going to be capable of doing the movements as well. So you're not hiring people that have the physical capabilities to do the thing that you want them to do. Even if you wanted to train them, you can train them till the cows come home. You're still going to have some uncoordinated flog looking like an uncoordinated flog doing the movement, and that's what it looks like. You'd say the same thing about talk Wheel of Prime. Rand looks like a friggin' nufty when he moves. He doesn't look at all like anyone that can handle themselves in any way, shape, or form when he moves.
Yep.
I know he's trained in the gym, he's got some muscles now, but when he walks, it's no concern whatsoever. It doesn't look dangerous at all. And those are the little things that, like, I don't know when they forgot that shit was important, but it actually is important. Or someone that's like, if you can't run properly, then you can't have a fight scene where someone's being chased, because it looks ridiculous. And all these sorts of things, it's just
having your arms flailing while you're running around.
That's what I mean. If you run like a spastic, you're not going to get very far. That just takes you out of it immediately.
Yeah,
and that's what they do, because
Yeah.
That's what.
Well, then by the time that character then raises a sword, you're like, wait a minute, the guy who's running around with his wrists all kind of wonky like this, you're going to tell me he's going to hold that thing?
No.
Come on, son.
Yeah. It's just dumb, but it is kind of like a byproduct of people not understanding what suspension of disbelief like really is, right? Like when like for if you're a genuine fan of something with the fantastical elements, it's not and that's where the confusion comes into it, because people don't understand what you do when you suspend your disbelief and immerse yourself in another world. There's like your typical normal people that don't do that. They don't read the books. They don't do these things. They don't know what it is to immerse themselves in these worlds. It's not because it's made up, and that's what they think. They think, oh, it doesn't matter. It's not real anyway. But that's not how it works. You can only suspend your disbelief if there's enough if there's enough tethering of reality, as in like, could it happen? Like, could it, like, logically, does this make sense for the fantastical element to then become part of your imagination? If it's completely unrealistic that could happen in the first place, you can't immerse yourself in the world. And that's what seems to happen. People just like, well, it doesn't matter because it's all made up anyway. So, like, why does it matter if this person doesn't look like they're in the place that they're supposed to be, or they don't look like, whatever? Like, there's so many different examples. Like, it's got to be structured for the rules of that environment, of that setting. Those things have to be there in order for the fantastical things to be believable enough for you to lose yourself in it.
Right.
And they don't fucking understand that at all.
No, it's a very nihilistic way to write. If that would be the right word to use, because it's just like, oh well, it doesn't matter. So what's the point? Well, then why are you doing anything with it?
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter, then you put the pen down, get off the show, and get someone in there where it does matter.
Yeah. And then they lie about, like, you see this Leslie Headland woman who's like, I'll watch some of the interviews and stuff that she's done. She's got all that Star Wars shit behind her, and I'm like, I don't buy that at all. Like, where did you? How often do you have that sitting behind you when you turn the camera on for these interviews, and that's it? I fucking guarantee it.
That's exactly it. I need to set up my living room like it's
hollow. Yeah. It's crazy.
Absolutely. That kind of stuff is really annoying. I think if media companies were smart, they would tell their directors and their actors to shut the fuck up and just run with previews. Don't let these idiots speak for them at all. Because then you have something like the Dungeons and Dragons movie with
that was actually a good movie. I liked that.
It was. I was surprised because the actors came out
really good.
Yeah, the actresses in the movie came out, were just kind of trashing it and saying, "Oh yeah, we like putting men and making them look weak and all that kind of stuff." And so everybody checked out, saying, "Nope, not going to do it." And that wasn't at all in the movie.
Not even a bit. It was completely fine. It was actually good.
Yeah,
it was actually good. It was actually a good movie.
Yeah, it's a shame they screwed themselves on it. Now they're not going to do another one. Emmett, Yuri, what do we think of the first 5 of Cobra Kai 6? So, if you're confused as why you're not seeing Prophet of the Dragon here, we got started talking about it, and then about 45 minutes in, Steve had a power outage. And so Aldan and I are here killing time to see if Steve's power comes back
online. I watched the first. Have you watched all 5 episodes?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, cool. I've only watched the first 3, but like, I don't really mind. I'm not hating it, to be honest. I think Steve's not liking it a bit more than me.
Well, and it's one of those things. Like, I think each episode, the season has its very strong and distinct problems. That if they don't resolve it, it's going to have the show end on a sour note. Overall, the episodes aren't nearly close to being the worst things that we've ever seen on TV. what he and I are both seeing is like this has so much more potential to be better if they just take like these little divergent thoughts here, like building up Kenny properly would have been great.
Yeah, that was weird from episode 1. Like,
Yeah,
that
well,
Kenny's
and yeah, and they just they do him dirty, and you know, and some of the the teenage, you know, argumentative stuff that they have in every single season, which I get it. It's just kind of how the brain works.
it's how the
They're having the same
demographic.
type of arguments as they were when they were freshmen.
Like, yeah, I guess that's the demographic that they make it for. It's not really made for us, to be honest. The demo
No.
that they've and the demo that they've made it for, they do like that shit. Like my son he's loving this episode, this series so far. He absolutely loves it.
Yeah. My daughter
so,
was my daughter was sitting there saying, you know, asking me what I was thinking about it, and I said it's got it's got these problems with it, and she's like, well, Dad, you know, this is, you know, stop worrying about all this stuff. I'm like, I can't turn my brain off. It's not how I'm wired. You know, my wife enjoyed it, and she sits there and she lets me vent on all this stuff, and she's smiling and she's nodding because she's a wonderful, loving wife. And
Found
it's
a
not
good one.
and it doesn't yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And it doesn't impact her enjoyment out of it. She actually kind of enjoys hearing me poke holes in it and all that, and then, you know, letting it be what it is. You know, so I mean, overall, you know, it's a mess season so far, Emmett. But
It meets so far.
it can, if it makes some right decisions in the next 5, it can be a lot better. And I mentioned this earlier in the stream with Steve. You know, each of the seasons for me has always had this teetering moment where
I was going to say that. I
if
was
a
going to
wrong
say I reckon
decision
that's
made-
true for all of them.
Yeah. You know, if a wrong decision's made in the first 5
I guess
seasons,
they've got
in each of them, it goes the wrong way, and they're bad seasons. But so far, they've been 5 for 5 and making it work.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
So maybe they'll get it. Maybe they'll continue that. Hopefully.
yeah. So in terms of ranking them, Emmett, I would put 6 at the bottom so far. But again, I don't know that that's fair to necessarily rank it there yet because we haven't seen the whole package yet. But I guess if you would take thirds of each season, it would probably still end up being there. I think overall, I'd probably go 3, 1, 2, 5, 4 as my top 5. I think. You know, but I mean, again, I remember really enjoying season 5. It was so good. And I was really excited. I actually did a stream with who was Steve and Purple it was on Purple's channel, I think, and Az was actually on the stream too. So the 4 of us did a stream together, reviewing season 5, and we all really enjoyed it. It was good, good lightweight type of show, you know, that you didn't have to take seriously all the time. So here's one for you, Aldan. How would you rank the Stormlight books?
How would I rank the series or the last book, Sam? Yeah, like what do you mean?
I think
rank
he's
Stormlight
referring to
Archives
the
as a
series.
series.
Yeah, so I guess it would be the
Series.
4 books, unless you wanted to include the 2 novellas that Will loves a lot.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I would. So how would I rank it? I rank it as it's hard because it's not completed. So like there's a caveat on this, but it's, for me personally, it's in the top 5. It's in my top 5 series of all time. Even with the last book, which I really didn't like that much, and I still don't like that much. I've reread it a couple of times, but Words of Radiance is one of my favorite books in history. I love it. It's one of the best books I've ever read, and I know there's people disagree with that, but they're wrong, and that's okay. But, and it's not because, but it is interesting, right? Because it is like you have to. I read all kinds of books, and like I can find value in all kinds of different ways that people put their books together. For example, and I'm reading Dane's book at the moment, right? As a beta read for him or whatever, and I can see why it's not like he doesn't really. I can understand why he doesn't like Brandon's prose, for example. Or why people are attracted to different parts of storytelling and the way the books are put together, and that's just normal. But like, the reason that I ranked Stormlight so highly is because of the way that it affected me when I first read it, and there's moments in time where the cinematic moments that Brandon manages to bring together in the first couple of books.
He's really good at that.
Well, it's the best. Like it is the best. Like if you're and you have to be invested in the characters for that to work for you. And if you're not fully invested in those characters, I can totally see why you wouldn't enjoy it at all, because it would fall flat. And without those moments really actually affecting you, like that's why I rank it so highly. Is because there's nothing that's ever done that. Like there's no other series that's ever like affected me on a level that that's some moments in like Words of Radiance affected me at that time. So it was just the right time for me to read that book about that story and with those themes that are in that book. It was the exact right time. It couldn't have been any more perfect, and I'll never forget it. It was a life-changing sort of experience. So I rank it very, very highly. I rank it. It's in my top 5. We'll see after the book 5 is crucial, because there's been like Brandon describes himself as a progressive Mormon, which is mind blowing to me that's even a thought process that's inside his head. That seems like oil and water to me. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a bent, right? That's with his writing, that's where the quantity has really gone up, and the quality of the character reflections and interactions has dropped off. It has started to drop off, and I really noticed in that last book when he tried to force some stuff in character wise that was just didn't work. It didn't work, and so the next book is going to tell me whether or not he's managed to get back control of his own story, but because it's starting to feel like it's being written by a committee too much, like his books. Like Rhythm of War felt like it was that there was too many cooks in the kitchen, in my opinion. And so, like, I know he has a massive team, and he gets it edited, and he sends it out and gets opinions from everyone. He gets experts in for this and experts for that, telling him how to fix this and fix that. And I think that's a like, he's a good man. Like he takes all these things on board, and he's just a really good man. But it's just getting too big, I think. And so like I'm hoping that he figured that out with his last book, because I don't think it was as well received as what he would have liked. And that's, for me, that's the reason why it is the way it is that he hasn't. I don't think he's got the same narrative tightness and control that he would have had in the earlier books. It's just gotten a little bit too big. So like, hopefully that's some feedback that he receives and that he took on board before he wrote the book 5, because it'd be make or break for it. Best to worst books in the series. Best Words of Radiance. Wave. See, I've got a soft spot for Way of Kings because of how much I love Coward. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it just because of how much I love Kaladin. It's like I know people hate it because Kaladin's depressed and it sucks to read about someone with depression, but I love that character work, man, that he did.
Yeah,
there.
Dude, the character arc for him and Dalinar in that book was just and how that all culminated at the very end, and what you were talking about earlier, cinematic ending,
Mm.
dude. I
Yeah.
don't know that there's a better scene than that bridge fight. It was just
Yeah.
epic. And then I get to the arena fight in the 4v1, which was, oh man, that was
Honor is
so
dead, but I'll see what I can do. Like,
right.
I, I,
Again,
that
Kaladin.
exactly. But and if you don't give a, and if you don't like, and if you're not there in the trenches with Cal and his depression, if you're not feeling that with him as he goes through it, when he gets to that moment, there's no way it can have the same impact as what it had on me, for example, at that time. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's it. And yeah, it is the cinema. It's like an MCU. He writes them like it's a friggin' MCU movies when MCU movies were good. Like he
Hmm.
writes the stories like that when they worked, but before all the contrivance happened. And the irony is that I feel like that's where they've started to go that way towards contrivance by the last book. So my hope is that he gets that sorted for this last book, which I think he will. I've got faith. I've got faith in him.
Yeah. Oh, I hope so. So you would put Way of Kings then as your second, and then Oathbringer third, and
Yeah, I would.
Rhythm.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
though,
so far-
because I just,
I'll go.
oh, well, even though I just read Oathbringer and it's awesome. The Dalinar flashbacks are so good. Whereabouts have you read up to?
So right now, Kaladin's been arrested, and Shallan. I don't think this will be a spoiler if anybody's worried about it. Shallan figures out how to attach something to Pattern.
Which book?
So Pattern. This is Words of Radiance.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, it's yeah. Okay. Yeah. I get you because you kind of you do forget when the events happen, in what
Oh,
book
I
they
know.
happen. Sometimes
it's a
they're big
freaking
books.
1,100-page book.
You know,
You know,
and it's funny.
you're gonna miss shit
Yeah.
or get it jumbled and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's really a lot of stuff that's being built up that I'm really looking forward to seeing how they kind of culminate. I really look forward to see what comes of the relationship between Kaladin and oh crap, I'm getting stream brain. Dalinar's son.
Adolin.
Adolin, thank you. Because that fight has to be a linchpinning of those two together. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens there.
Well, you're in for a treat because this cool. The part you keep reading because Adolin's awesome, man.
Yes.
He's a
Well, Steve said that there's something coming up very soon with Adolin that's just gonna absolutely cement him as one of the greatest characters ever. So I'm looking forward to that.
He's not wrong.
Yeah. Well,
He's
and
not
I have liked Adolin from the start. He's just he's a good stand-up dude for his dad.
He's just such a good son.
Yeah, and he sacrifices himself a lot in terms of his own personal development, what could benefit him. For his dad.
Yeah.
But in the event of when Kaladin's brought in, he's just absolutely, you know what? I don't trust that guy, but you understand why he doesn't, even though you as the reader know you're just like you're just like Lando, like trust him.
Yeah, but he's like so loyal. He's so loyal. He's a real chip off his. You know what? It's well done. Yeah, it's really well done. I can't say because there's stuff in book 3 that gives you more color, more shade, more contrast to Adolin's sort of like character in general. But like he really is really well written. Like for the character that he is, and from like where he comes from, the bits and pieces that make him who he is. He's really, really good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So Sam's gonna wait till December to start Stormlight, because that isn't that when Winds of Truth comes out.
Comes out in December this year,
Yeah.
which I want to get to Utah for Dragonsteel, but it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that would be. I know you and Steve were trying to get there, but they sold out.
Tried to get
half a
sold
second.
out of tickets in before the internet connection from Australia even like sparked up.
Right.
They were gone.
All of us damn Americans.
Mm-hmm. bloody oath. But yeah, no, I think it's good, and it's going to be like this book. Interestingly enough, is going to be like, because there's, you get your flashbacks from one of your characters in each of your books. Like yours is Shallan. The book Words of Radiance is sort of like Shallan's story, and I love Shallan. I know people hate it, but I love her.
I don't think she's that bad. I mean, there are points where she drives me nuts, but for the most part, though, I'm just kind of like, yeah, I can work with this character. She's not Egwene.
Yeah, you broke up a bit there, mate. Sorry.
Oh no, sorry, my bad. Yeah, no, Shallan doesn't bother me. They're kind of threads with her where I'm just kind of like over her, but then she's learning, and so I mean she's doing all this discovery stuff, and so like every point, like her backstory is so far is just tragic as shit. But she's
it gets worse.
Yeah, like right now she's just noticing right now, I think the last one was her the change in her dad's anger is cold in a different way. So that's not going to end well, obviously, but but you can tell, like, with each of these things, though, each of these scenes with her, she's taking defined steps in learning, even though like a lot of it is kind of this experimental learning. It's all kind of very kind of like almost a scientific process. Like, hey, we're gonna, in our mind, I have a theory, I'm gonna try it out. Why did you do that? I don't know. But we're gonna try.
She's a super interesting character. I find it really interesting. It is the same as Calvin. Like if you're not invested in Shallan and the completely broken sort of vessel that she is, then it would be annoying. And I think that a lot of people find her annoying because they're like, I don't care about this crazy chick, and that makes sense to me. But like, I really not empathize with her, but like I just liked her. I don't know. I liked her wit. I liked her like her preponderant, like her wanting to be a smart ass all the time and like having trouble like not doing that. Like I like that in her. I just like that in her. And so yeah, I don't know. It's different. Like I was always rooting for Kaladin, right? Like from very early on, I'm like, oh, this guy's what a man, right? Like what a man.
Right.
But Shallan is different. It's sort of like I found it interesting. As in, like I think if I knew this person, like if this was a real person, I would definitely want to have a beer with her because she's nuts, and I'm attracted to crazy chicks, right? Like that's the thing. Fact check, true, right? I like.
Well, you went to college for one.
Yeah, well, for 5 minutes. And that's really where it comes from. I'd be like, I would 100% want to talk to this person, and I would probably there's no doubt about that. So and what I started that with, like this next book, the flashbacks are going to be Zeth's. So from Zeth's perspective, so we're going to get So and I can't say why that's cool because you haven't actually read why that's even as interesting as it is, but
but
because you don't really know much about Zeth at all at this stage.
Nope, I like him.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's a good bad guy.
Yeah, he is. He's an awesome character. He really is. And so I want to know why he's an awesome character. So that's That's why I've got faith. Like, I think that's a good choice for at this point in the Stormlight archive to get some context on Zeth. Not just Zeth, by the way, but where Zeth comes from. It's a big mystery in the cosmic. It's still a mystery by the time we get to book 4.
Well, so far,
Really,
he comes from the island all the way on the west, right?
Yeah, the Shinova, so the top, sort of like the part that's protected from the, with the mountains. The mountains sort of protected from the brunt of the high storms, sort of thing. Where they've got the grass and stuff.
Yeah. So Emmett is asking how would we rank Kim Soo-young as the villain in Cobra Kai?
I think is that the chick?
Yeah. So with the 5 episodes, she doesn't really come across as the villain. It's back to Kreese and and Kreese is all right as the villain again. I mean, it's kind of I think it's good to keep the villain consistent either between him or Silver. But it's
how good was it seeing Silver back? God.
What's that?
It was so cool. It was so cool having Silver back, mate. Last season, it was so good.
Yeah, So Silver's the boss, and the show could actually probably use some of him back. Whether he has a prison break or he buys off the the prosecution or the jury or whatever.
Well, it's the last season, right? This is the last season, yes.
Yeah. So there's 10 more episodes to go after this. And so I mean, as a villain for her, she's there, but she's not really there. She's more there as a vehicle for Kreese to get back into it. So I just, I don't think she's really there much deeper than that. Her grandfather's still alive somehow.
She's not, she's not scary. She doesn't feel. There's no weight to. I don't know. She doesn't. I mean, I've only watched up to the end of episode 3, but I wouldn't be concerned.
Yeah.
Even though she'd probably kick my ass or whatever, but like, I wouldn't be worried about it.
Yeah, that's the thing is like there really isn't a whole lot of gravitas with her character. She's more.
That's weird.
She more or less tries to put out the persona in the script that she's a badass, but she doesn't really do anything, and she hasn't done anything in either last season or this season to kind of showcase who she is. She just has authority, and in this, she cedes that authority to Kreese when Kreese shows up, and it's kind of like okay, and that's why I think the show doesn't really have a real big focal point right now. It's kind of meandering a bit. Oh, am I still roboting? Apparently.
Yeah. Sort of cut. It'll come back. Yeah, I think we're back. I think I'm back.
Oh, you're back? Okay. No. Yeah, if I'm roboting, chances are that's what they're getting too. I'm still roboting. Oh man.
I think it's good now.
Okay, we back?
I'm back. Yep, I've got you now.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know. The show just lacks, I think, a solid focus, on both sides, and it could restore that. I haven't completely tossed the show out at all. There's still good chunks of it that are really solid writing, still some solid characters and some solid potential. We just hope that that's built on instead of
It pays off.
yeah, absolutely.
I guess, and they do have like they deserve a bit of they've been able to do it previously, so like they deserve they've got some runs on the board, put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. They've earned the benefit of the doubt.
That's what that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
there's no reason for me to sit there, and even if the next 5 would shit the bed, I'll still watch the last 5 because it can still recover. So,
yeah.
Oh, Sam, to your earlier question, Mistborn and Stormlight, I think are going to meet at some point. I think his arc with the Cosmere is everything kind of culminates, as I understand.
I have no comment.
Uh-oh.
No comment.
Steve! Why did you send the police to my home? Oh, sorry.
I didn't do it, mate.
What happened? What happened? Where are they? What did I miss?
I was just about to text
We've been talking about Stormlight mostly.
Stormlight?
Yeah.
Wow, so you guys got off Cobra Kai pretty far, huh?
We've Emmett's kind of tried to keep us on track as he jumped into the chats, and
how would I rank Kim low? I don't even know the guy yet. Yeah, like not very good. Sorry, that's a weird one to jump back in on, but yeah, I don't feel anything towards the guy.
Here we go. Emmett's hitting the home run on that comment there.
Yeah. So yeah, Tori. So you guys haven't talked about that yet?
No, we're waiting for you. We were just filling space until you got back.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Tori. Yeah. So we'll just since Emmett brought it up, and welcome Emmett. Thank you for being here and trying to keep these guys on track. But, Emmett or Tori going back to Cobra Kai was ridiculous. I think it's silly. I think the worst part of the whole thing is the fact that none of the senseis went after her. I think it's silly that she would have. I think we're at a point now that Tori would completely trust Robbie and would have called Robbie instantly when her mother died, and Robbie would have been her support structure. And the fact that Robbie doesn't even know her mom died and she kept that from him and didn't use him for support, I don't believe it. I think it's silly. And I think it's silly that everybody cared about her enough to want to stop her from fighting because they wanted to mourn about her mother with her, and she ran off and nobody went after her and they just let her go.
Yep. Again, adults not being adults. Well, and the fact that she went back to Cobra Kai and Kim Sung-yoon didn't do a thing to prevent her from joining Cobra Kai again weakens Kim as
well. Kim Sung-yoon's the old man, right?
That's
the girl. What's the girl's name?
I thought it was the girl.
Oh, is that so? Kim Sung, what's the other? What's the older man then?
Her dad or whatever.
But that's Kim Sung Yoon is the old man. That's who came up with the Cobra Kai fighting technique, right? Kim Sung Yoon. That's the guy that taught Kreese, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so that's not the girl. So I don't know who the girl, what her name is.
Oh, I thought that was her.
No.
Emmett, please look that up. In that case, Emmett, just disregard everything we'd said about half an hour ago.
I could be wrong. Don't let me Kim Sung Yoon is the old man.
Okay. What's the bitch's name? In that case,
I don't know her. I just call her Dragon Lady because I don't know Kim Da-eun. Her name is Kim Da-eun. I call her Dragon Lady because I don't know what else to call her.
No wonder we got confused. Kim Sun-eun, Kim Da-eun, same shit.
Yeah, well, no, and they don't do a good job of introducing her by name at all, anyways. So I didn't even know what her name was. So it's like,
Well, Emmett,
So
then
yeah,
if we want,
Kim's son. Go ahead.
if we want to like revisit, then I actually like the old man as a
Well, the
villain. I
old
think
man
the
hasn't
old
really
man's
done
okay.
anything yet, though. That's all I'm saying. He's just he
Yeah.
didn't seem very like ultra evil. Like everybody, like he was made out to be like this like harsh guy that will fucking kill you if you know don't do it his way. Yeah, there you go, Kim Da Un. Here we go. So how would you rank Cobra Kai season 6, Steve? Was it good, awesome, or meh? Season 6 so far, I think is unfortunately, I think season 6 is getting a meh from me right now because there are good elements, but I feel like when I start thinking about all the characters and what they've done in season 6 so far, it's not really they're not really coming up as a positive except for Johnny. Johnny and
Johnny's.
maybe Johnny and Robbie. Robbie I think is doing okay.
Do you follow that?
Um
Do you follow Johnny's Twitter account, Steve?
no, I don't. I
You
should.
have to. I'm pretty sure it's the same dude. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, is it? Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty good. But
It's amazing.
Johnny's doing okay. Daniel is busy destroying Mr. Miyagi's legacy by making him a criminal who apparently is a street fighter now, who fights in tournaments. Like
And a thief.
I don't know when he had time to do all this stuff. I'm so confused by the Miyagi storyline now. He fled
Batman Miyagi.
Okinawa to come to the States to get away from Sato. But then he robbed a bank or killed somebody or whatever he did, and then he had to flee America to go back to Okinawa. Where was he like? Where did he flee after he robbed the bank? I don't understand. Like I'm getting confused. Like,
I don't know.
am
Man,
I the only one?
No, I've only watched up to the end of episode 3, and I just found that out. So I'm assuming that nothing else has happened with that.
Yeah, I
those 3
don't.
episodes.
No, it does. Like he fled
Yeah.
Okinawa to get away from Sato, and then he
Yeah, that's
supposedly where did he fled America to go? Where I thought it was in America. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
I'm very confused about the whole Miyagi thing. So Miyagi isn't even in the show, and he's not doing well. Tori is doing horribly. Kenny is doing horribly. Anthony is busy being a bully again, so he's doing horribly. Hawk got cucked by Dimitri, so Hawk is not doing very well either.
Oh yeah.
Dimitri, like, and maybe it's meant to be played that way, but Dimitri's character is getting more and more annoying by the freaking line he has in the show. Like before, like in the other seasons, it was like you knew that's what his character was about, but it wasn't like overwhelming. It was like mixed in, right? Like with the other stuff. He just keeps droning on about and just fucking picking at Hawk like he's a freaking just nagging him, and it's just like,
when are they going to punch
stop
on?
talking.
MIT.
Well, they're gonna punch, and Hawk's gonna lose again. Hawk keeps losing to Dimitri. It sucks. I hate that.
Well, it's because it's nonsense. It's bullshit. It wouldn't happen. You know, the one I can buy Dimitri beating Hawk in a fight one time.
Yeah.
You know,
but he's just dominating him.
Yeah, I'll liken it back, and this is I'll liken it to College Football National Championship 02. My Ohio State Buckeyes went up against the Miami Hurricanes, who were number 1. And the Ohio State Buckeyes were a no offense team, all defense, you know, had no right to win that national championship.
Defense wins championships.
And they beat them. I guarantee you, if they play Miami 10 times, they probably lose to Miami 8 or 9 times. But they just needed the one.
In a championship?
Yeah. And so Dimitri, to me, he'll get the one victory on Hawk, but Hawk, talent-wise, physically-wise, he is so much better than Dimitri on every account that he's going to win 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Plus,
I agree. I don't know. I'm pretty upset because I want this to be good, and just this, like, so far this hasn't been very good.
Steve, we were saying before, Steve, before we got back on, we were saying that there's been elements of, like, I think the last few seasons where it has seemed like they were kind of like teetering on the edge of like, oh no, this is going to go but they haven't done that.
They
So,
brought it
like,
back. They always brought it back.
They brought it back. So, like, hopefully, same thing, right? Hopefully.
I hope.
mean, and
like
they've
it's
got.
just, but see, the difference is I don't feel like in past seasons there's been like so many episodes strung together that were just like questionable. Like you might have your one questionable episode, and then the next one you're back. You know, it's brought it back, and something interesting is happening, and they're doing like. I feel like we're just doing this. It's been like this other season. You know, it's good. Then we do a little of that. Good. Right now, I feel like we're just doing this. Like right now, it's like, and then you end the season slam with Tori going back to Cobra Kai, and you're going like I said to Nathan, I was half expecting Kenny to come out too, and me to start going nuts because that would actually make no sense at all. Because Kreese doesn't even like Kenny, so it's just like I was half waiting for Kenny to pop out too, and it's just like, what are we doing here? Like, why would she? Why? She's left. You know, it's so weird. She's going to like we're supposed to as viewers say, Tori is finally in a spot with people that actually care about her, actually concerned about her feelings, and are trying to do what's best for her. Now, Johnny's right. Some people need to work through things different, so they should have just let her fight and work through it. But nobody went to stop her to say, you know what, you're right. We're going to let you work through it however you need to work through it. Get back in the ring and show us what you got or something, right? And supported her in some way. They just let her go. And it's just like, how they just let Kenny go. They just let her. That's like, I don't understand. Like, I thought you're supposed to be the good, caring people that like take care of the kids. Like, you're not taking care of the kids. Yeah. So I don't know. It's frustrating. Very frustrating.
Yeah, it suffers a lot of, and this has been a consistent thing, I think, through all the seasons, which is why it's irritating, because you don't see growth in this aspect, but you have two characters, they disagree with each other, and then they get to a point where it's a make or break, and all you need is two more sentences, right? But what happens is the dialogue just cuts off for various reasons, usually because one of the two gets pissed off. And then it just goes like that.
Yeah. Well, like,
and,
you know,
and it never improves. Like, no one ever sits there and says, "Oh, wait a minute, I remember this kind of situation happening a couple seasons ago. I should maybe listen, hear somebody out."
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, we've done this, and I guess at the start of it, the start of the season, I thought that's where they were going with it. with
well, it's like for instance, it was who was it that said it earlier about mixing up the rules and stuff, which is a great idea. But like that, I wouldn't it, like honestly, wouldn't it be cool if they did a 2v2 part of the tournament, and Dimitri and Hawk were a team they put together, and Dimitri and Hawk were a team up for a 2v2 type tournament where, you know, you got 2v2 getting points and working together. And you could have tournament, you know, for, you know, I know it sounds wrestlerish, but tournament tag champions, right? Yeah. I mean, wouldn't it be cool to watch them? You know, they're the binary brothers. They get to work together instead of fight each other to try and win a prize at the tournament. Like, that would be cool. Like, I know it's out there, but I still think
it'd be cool. Arc.
It would be fun.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool arc as well if you take it right back to season 1. It'd be a cool arc for them to go on.
Yeah, and now it's like now we get to have Tori v Sam again, because I mean, but what's it matter? Tori's not going to be on television. No one's going to be on television. Is Robbie, unless they're actually going to put Tori against Robbie.
Wait a minute, Steve. Are you telling me that Tori wouldn't be one of the captains of
There's only one captain. There's only one captain.
Each team has two, so you'd have the
one
guy.
Sam was the captain. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah. So you got the one guy who beat the shit out of the.
Wait a second. So I have an even huger problem now, because if they're not splitting up wait, hold on. If they're not splitting up the sexes, and it's not girls versus girls and boys versus boys, Miguel and Robbie are your captains, no brainer.
Yeah,
Like it's a no-brainer.
right.
Right. Well, but then,
With maybe
but again,
Hawk. Hawk. If
Not
there's
even.
any question about it, it's Robbie, Hawk, or fucking Miguel. Hawk
Yeah.
can't seem to beat Dimitri, so he's out. So it's a no-brainer. Your captains are Miguel and fucking Robbie. So are we
right,
doing girls versus girls and guys versus guys or not?
right. Well, and again, if it's not, you're telling me that Tori, who hasn't had any training time whatsoever with this new version of Cobra
And the
Kai,
Dragon Lady hates her.
yeah, and the Dragon Lady hates her, so that she's going to be one of the two captains to fight Sam again. I got problems there.
Well, if it's okay, I'm going to have a huge problem if it's not gender-based tournament. Just the fact that they didn't just be like, okay, we don't even need to fight Miguel and Robbie are our captains.
I don't think they'll do that. That would be a
But
huge detour.
I feel like the 6th thing is even worse if it's just 3 and 3. I hate the 6th thing. I think it's terrible. I don't know.
No, I agree.
I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see. Maybe, and I hope you're right, dude. Like, because
they've been able to
but
do it. That's the thing.
But
They've been
here's
able
the
to do
thing.
it so far.
Here's the thing, though, and I'll be honest about it. What's that, Bella?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check in with you in a minute. I can still, even if this, and I hope it doesn't, even if this season of television shits the bed completely, I can still watch 1 to 5 and enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think
it's pretty good.
I think 5 could have been a natural stopping point, and I could, even if this season just totally shits the bed and I hate it, I could go back tomorrow and watch seasons 1 through 5 and stop at 5 and still be happy.
Yeah,
I agree. I think everyone agrees with that.
But I hope that's not the case. I hope they bring it around, but it's so weird that what they're doing right now. It's 100%. You're 100% right. It's one of the 2 worst things that's happened in these first 5 episodes. I think the treatment of Kenny and the lack of what they've done with Kenny, which is crazy because Alex has said when we talk is nobody really even likes Kenny, and everybody can see that Kenny's being done dirty and he's being misused, and they've done his story wrong, which is absolutely true. Like Kenny's a hated character because they've made him that way. But everybody can see they're doing him dirty this season because they're just like and then Tori, like, yeah, your mom died. Wouldn't you go to the other mother figure that's been trying to help you out and your new friend and your boyfriend who's been there for you through all this shit? No, you're gonna go to John Kreese and Cobra Kai.
Mm-hmm. Well, and especially with how they started off episode 6 or 5 with Kreese finding her in the parking lot, in the parking garage, and she fucking tells him off to his face that that she's the champion, not he didn't make her, and all this stuff. And then so by the end of the episode, all of a sudden she steps up next to him. You're kind of like, wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, what the hell?
Something ain't right.
Did we hit the Wayback Machine or something? Because they had her do because those are some of the good things. They had her. She had the right conversation with Kreese, which was fuck off. Mm-hmm. And Johnny did the right thing when it came to Stingray and him talking about Cobra Kai's legacy and going, no, fuck that.
Yep.
I don't need that shit. Fuck that anymore.
Well,
that Cobra Kai. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, and this is why I think that that Stingray conversation, that's going to come back after the next 5 episodes, because I think my prediction anyway, which will likely be wrong, is the Sekai Teikai is going to be these next 5 episodes.
Yeah.
And then they'll come back and Cobra Kai will split off, or Johnny will split off and reform Cobra Kai with Stingray. And then you'll have Miyagi-Do. And there will be something to happen with that. Because I don't think they're going to take Sekai Teikai to do 10 whole episodes. I don't see how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is...
We've got to drop off, lads.
Yeah, we're going to finish up.
Hey, man.
Thanks for hopping in, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks for jumping in, Aldan. Good talk, brother.
All right.
Thanks, dude.
See you later, bud.
See you later.
Take care.
Is he gone? Yeah. And by the way, if you're still listening, I need to talk to you about some Stormlight stuff, so hit me up in DMs, because I would like to cover the 2 chapters a week of Wind and Truth. That's one of the things I'd like to start streaming about, because Sanderson, I think beginning the 29th, is releasing, I think it's 2 or 3 chapters of Wind and Truth until the release of the book. So you can read basically 1/3 of the book before it releases.
Damn.
Yep, it's pretty nuts. Apparently, he said he's done it. I don't remember him doing it, but he said he's done it with all the other books too, and I guess it actually does a good job building hype. So, I think it would be cool if every week, we read the chapters and go over them. So, Aldan, if you're up for that, hit me in DMs if you're still listening. If not, I'll talk to you later about it. But
talk about believing in your product. Holy shit!
Oh yeah, that man is a genius. I got to make a video about it. I still think, I know I'm a big fucking shill, but he's a genius. So yeah, I'm sorry about all the power problems, guys. We lost power here for a good hour. Thank God it's back, because I got a pack. But yeah, I don't know. I hope they turn it around. I was gonna say something about the tournament, but I don't know. I hope. I think you're right. That's what I was gonna say. How does that work, by the way? What if Johnny did take back Cobra Kai? Would he get to form a group to go to the tournament and not increase couldn't? Because this is why this whole, you're telling me that that huge organization that puts so much effort into vetting dojos that get into this tournament, you're telling me they didn't hear any of the news about what happened with Cobra Kai in that dojo, in the fall of that dojo? So You're telling me nobody knows about any of that, and because now it's like Kreese is like, well, now this dojo in Japan, you're now Cobra Kai. It's like, no, you're not. What do you mean?
Yeah.
So they can just take the title and go to the tournament, and it's just like, I feel like you need to answer how that's happening, because Johnny could just say, no, you know how we block Kreese out of the tournament, you know how we block Kreese out of the tournament? I'll take Cobra Kai and I'll make a Cobra Kai, and we can just fight it out at the tournament and have a good clean match, and Kreese won't be involved.
Yeah. Makes a whole lot of sense that way.
It's just I feel like something needs to be said about them just going, yeah, we're Cobra Kai now. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do it.
It's so weird.
I just think that they're just trying to explain it. They're not even going to try to explain it away, because it's just going to be, well, it's Kreese. He's the ultimate villain of Karate Kid. So there we go.
Yeah, man, I hope they turn it around, bro. I'm so worried. But I mean, I guess that's the silver lining. I still got 1 through 5, and I can watch them. I just did, and they're so great.
Yeah. So and that's kind of that was a good point, because it's not, because you can isolate 1 through 5 in a way that you cannot isolate the first 4 or 5 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Right.
Because I honestly, those last 3 seasons for me make Game of Thrones completely unwatchable. Yeah, I tried.
Especially 8. I tried to watch season 1. I couldn't do it. My dad's actually currently watching Game of Thrones for the first time, because he heard me and my brother talk about it so highly for most of its run. So he's watching it now, and he's like, he just finished season 4. So he's right in the thick of things. Tywin just got right, and that's what it says. Like, okay, you're at the peak now. I'll be interested to hear what you have to say about the quality of the content from here. So that'll be interesting. So, but yeah, it's absolutely true. I can watch 1 through 5 of this and be fine, because you should have just stopped. You could have just stopped at the Cobra Kai fell, and it's over, and but whoever said it earlier too, let's get some Terry Silver in here, man. Let's do it. I need that. I need the mustache twirling villain. or get something like Kreese. I am the Snake Man. I went into a cave and got bit by a cobra.
I know.
Do
That was
you have attitude, son? Okay.
like,
Will you kick that guy's face in? All right. I am Cobra Kai, Dragon Lady. I looked at you behind a pot. Get in line, bitch.
yeah.
It's like,
I love that he gets bit by a snake, a poisonous snake that would kill most people, and all he does is hallucinate a little bit and has a fever dream about beating the shit out of Johnny.
I will make snakeskin boots out of your cobra ass. I turned you into a belt. Luckily, I looked at this little girl behind a pot, and she liked that. So we're friends now. It's like, what? Like, come on, guys. What are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, come on. You're better than this.
Yeah.
And Sung Kim was, what is it? Kim Sung Young is supposed to be this giant. Kreese just goes and talks back to him, and all he does is kick him in the face once. Like, I thought that guy was supposed to be like a fucking killer.
Right.
Like, showing the black arts of karate, right? And Kreese comes in and just fucking completely ignores him, and just all he does is get kicked in the face once.
Yeah.
You were
And
looking at my daughter behind the pot. I should kick your ass.
Yeah.
And he does it.
I think
It's like, what? Okay.
He's her grandfather. So my question is, how the fuck is he still alive?
Yeah, where's the father at? And how is he still alive? He's drinking the cobra juice, I think.
Yeah, and then second, like, to sit there and say that you're gonna get in his good graces after being gone for 40 years because you got his knife back.
Yeah. But the test was the cobra. You had to get bitten and hallucinate and beat up your former young student who was a kid. Your dream is to beat up a young child, eh, Kreese? Well, you are Kim Sung Young quality. We beat the shit out of children here all day long. Come on in. It's like, what? No. So would it make sense for Kenny to rejoin Cobra Kai instead of Tori? No. In my opinion, it would actually make, well, I won't say that. No, it would make equally as bad sense for Kenny to go back to Cobra Kai, because not even because of the way they've treated him. Okay. So the way they've treated him, it would sort of make sense for him to go looking back because he's pissed off again. But that would be the exact same story arc we did before. So it would be horrible storytelling, which it already is with Tori. But the reason it wouldn't make sense is Kreese hated Kenny Payne. Kreese didn't like Kenny Payne. Kenny Payne was oh my god, why can't I remember his fucking name? I'm
Silver.
getting Silver. Kenny Payne was Silver's guy. Kreese didn't like him at all. So Kenny has no attachment to Cobra Kai anymore. If he went over to John Kreese and was like, hey, can I join back? He'd be like, no, I hate you. You're a little runt bitch.
So what if Silver somehow gets out of prison, probably with some financial finagling with the justice system.
Okay.
Finds Kenny, and they join forces to somehow cause hijinks.
So he bribes the Sekai Taikai people and says, this guy was Cobra Kai, but they fucked him over. So can he come in? Can he enter as a solo? And they're like, well, absolutely, sir. And then we get the Kenny hitting the face of the thing and blooding his knuckles thing and the whole Karate Kid 3 arc.
Yeah, so now we have 3 dojos that would be in competition.
Please,
it's. I hope not.
I hope not.
The story needs to be streamlined and simplified. Is really what it needs.
You know what sounds bad at this point? Kenny just needs to not show back up.
I agree.
Where we're at, Kenny just needs to be done.
Yeah.
Kenny, Anthony, Stingray, all of them need to be done. They need to do the tournament. And then if the last 5 episodes, I don't know, maybe it's Aldan's back. Maybe the last 5 episodes are older they're older and their children are turning into karate people, and you see how everything is good in the valley, and Miyagi-Do has survived under Robbie and Miguel's tutelage or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I guess,
but I don't think that's 5 episodes. So
no, and the other thing that I kind of get tired of is, okay, we're going to take this whole small dojo thing in the valley, and now we're going to make it this whole worldwide thing, and as if this is our way to take over the world, so to speak, or save the world from all this stuff. And it's kind of like, okay, there's an element of, let's take away all these global expectation type of shit that we're putting on these kids, and just keep it in the valley. You don't need to sit there and make this whole other tournament thing. It's a bit much.
Why we didn't like? Did we also like? And we can finish up, but like, do we miss the whole like? Does Daniel and Chosen like? Because I don't think Johnny would care, but have Daniel and Chosen not heard them talking about all the monetary things and the popularity crap? Like, wouldn't Daniel be dead set against them trying to do this for popularity and saying that's the wrong reason to be doing this? Like, I feel like Daniel should be stepping in, going, if this is why you're doing the tournament, then you're in it for the wrong reasons. You shouldn't be doing this. Oh,
right. This is.
Are you back for real? What happened?
I'm back. I'm back.
You're back. Did you hear me about? Did you hear what I said about Stormlight stuff?
No, I didn't. I had to do a little bit of work for a minute, but I'm done.
So I don't know if you heard that Sanderson is releasing 2 to 3 chapters of Wind and Truth every Monday till the book comes out.
I've read a couple. Well, I didn't.
He's releasing every Monday starting the 29th. 2 to 3 chapters of Wind and Truth are being released. So by the time Wind and Truth comes out, you can have already read 1/3 of the book.
That's a fair chunk of it.
Yeah, no, but it was on one of his updates. I forget the website he's releasing it on. I'd have to. It's
All right. So that means So that's on top of the Shallan chapter that we've got, plus
it's as far as I've heard, it's starting at 1, going to 1/3, and then the book.
Because he's already released. How much of the stuff have you read? Any of the stuff?
I haven't read any of it. A little bit. I think a very tiny bit, but what I want to do is I'd like to cover it every Tuesday or something. I'd like to read the 3 chapters and talk about the 3 chapters on a stream on Tuesday. So I don't know if that's something you want to do or if you're around for, but I think that'd be cool as fuck.
I'm there, man. 100%.
Right, so we can talk in Discord about it, because I don't get back till Monday, but I'm sure I can read it. So I gotta remember what website it is.
It'll be Brandon's one. It'll be the Dragon.
No, it's a special website. No, it might be Dragonsteel as well.
That's where the other ones are.
Prophetofthedragonshill.com.
Yeah, there you go. Absolutely.
That's I got a Doom Slug in the post last week.
Reactor Magazine. That's where he's doing it. Reactor Magazine, formerly Tor.com, will be releasing 1 to 3 chapters of Wind and Truth every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, beginning on July 29th and continuing until the book comes out on December 6th.
That's exciting, and we should definitely do that.
So I would like to hit that every Tuesday after, it gives us Monday. Well, I don't know, maybe you think Tuesday or Thursday? I don't know. What I give people a few days to read it
straight away.
Yeah, because I'll read it right away.
Earlier the better.
All right, so we'll figure that out. But the Tuesday after, it could be cool. So sorry, we're back to Stormlight instead of Cobra Kai.
Okay. Right.
No, go ahead. No, say it. Go. We're all friends here.
That means that. So you haven't read what he's already released, right? So you haven't read the prologue, because he's released the prologue.
I think I read the prologue, because the prologue is Gavilar's view of the assassination, right? Yeah, I read that.
It is. Okay,
It's
and then
bomb
there's
diggity,
like
baby.
Kaladin.
It's bomb diggity. It's fucking sweet as fuck. Poor Nathan, he's
raises
out
a
in the
lot of
cold here. You got to get reading, man. God damn.
Oh no, I
He's
Gavilar's point of view
It's
from that.
Gavilar's point
Holy
of view of
shit.
the assassination and Win in Truth. Yeah,
Oh man,
and it's
so
not what
could
you
read
expect
that
at
one.
all.
it's not what you expect at all. It's fucking crazy. It's
Oh
nuts,
man.
yeah. Yeah.
So you could do a side by side of Zeth's point of view and then his point of view.
So you get Dalinar, you
Zeth,
get
we haven't got
Zeth,
Zeth
you
yet.
get Yasna, and you get Navani, and then you get Gavilar. Wait, no, Gavilar. It's Gavilar and
We get
Navani's.
Zeth.
Wait. Did I get that? I thought who was 4? Rhythm of War was Navani, wasn't it?
What was Navani's?
4 was Navani. Yeah. Yasna was 3. Zeth was 2. No, Zeth was 1.
No.
2 was Dalinar.
Zeth was 1.
Yeah, Zeth was 1. 2 was Dalinar. I think, right? Was Radiance Dalinar or Yasna?
Radiance
getting
was
messed up
Dalinar. I think.
Oathbringer would make sense if it's Dalinar.
Well,
No, I don't think
hold
it was.
No?
I don't think
I
it
don't
was.
know why I can't
Mate,
keep this straight.
Just because
I
I was
know,
saying this
but
to
those are
Nathan
the
earlier.
those are the 5
the
points of
events that-
view, though, right? I mean, those are the
You
5
forget
characters.
what
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, but you forget what events happen in what book, right?
Yeah.
That happens.
Oh, I do that with Wheel of Time. I do that
on.
everything until we start talking about it. I lose track of everything, and then
Yeah,
I'm like,
but-
oh shit, yeah, there you go.
Yasna.
Yasna is 2.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yasna's 2. Dalinar's 3. Navani's 4. Gavilar's 5. Yeah, Gavilar's point of view, man. That's a fucking trip, man. Oh. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. So we'll stamp that right now. That's gonna happen We'll do it Tuesday night as long as I am not working. So that'll be fun as fuck, dude.
I mean,
Hell yeah. So we'll figure that out.
So you've got to read the Kaladin chapter, and you.
I'm just gonna read them as they go out. They're gonna do all of them. So might as well just talk about them in order. I may have read the Kaladin chapter 2. I think.
Yep.
I may have. I probably did. Yeah.
There's the Shalom one. He released the Shalom one the other week,
Yeah. I don't know.
which was interesting.
So we're gonna have that. I gotta start doing Dresden stuff because Jesus is in Dresden. So we're gonna start doing a Dresden stream. Yeah, I got a lot I want to do on the channel, man. Like I was talking to him. I got a list. So I want to do Dresden. I would like to do Dresden. I'm gonna do this Wind and Truth thing. There's a bunch to cover.
Dresden is amazing. Is amazing, man.
Oh, it's Dresden it's fucking unreal. I've only read it once. I really need to just sit down and start it again. But Dresden is fucking crazy because what I want to do Dresden all the way. So I want to go over Dresden book by book all the way, and then when we're done, I want to watch the show and see how bad it is compared to the book.
It's not.
I mean, you got to do the show. The show is out.
Right.
You got to do it. I mean, I
You
know it's
don't.
only a season, but you got to. I mean, you got to do it. It's there. You got to make a comparison. That's
You
what we
don't
do
actually. It's not worth it.
All I know is I got books 6 and 7
Moving
coming
on.
in the mail tomorrow. So,
Oh, nice for Dresden. Yeah.
Yep.
6 is. Oh God, what is book 6? Book 6.
Book 6 is
Is it
not
White
Blood
Knight?
Right.
Blood,
No.
Blood Rights.
Blood
Oh,
Rights.
Blood Rights. Holy
some of
shit!
Yeah.
And then
Blood
so you got Blood Rights and Death Mask.
then-
Book.
No, Death Mask was 5.
Deadbeats.
Death Mask is awesome.
Yeah, Deadbeat.
Deadbeats. Which one's Deadbeats?
I don't know. I haven't
Oh,
read
it's
it yet.
Deadbeats
one
the
with the
T-Rex?
dinosaur.
Is T-Rex? Is that Deadbeats the T-Rex? Oh,
Are you
fucking
fucking
hell.
kidding?
You're in for
Is that a
a treat, bro.
T-Rex?
Oh my god, the T-Rex.
Oh shit.
I'm not
This is
saying
a fucking man, bro. Like, oh god, how do you fuck up that TV series? Like the books are set up for an episodic fucking TV series. It can't be any easier. It's
They
like set
are.
up to do it.
they are, but they completely
so-
fucked it up.
It's so
They
bad.
completely
How did you
fucked
fuck
it
it
up.
up? Cobra Kai, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
I don't know.
Well,
I still should
between-
I should release a video about Cobra Kai too. I probably will, but Yeah, I don't know. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Do you really think the next the next five are gonna be the tournament? Do you think the next five are gonna be the tournament? And then you think there's gonna be another feud between Cobra Kai and Miyagi Do the last five?
Well, you have there.
But how
Well,
do
I
you do
guess they
that?
could.
Because the star students are now brothers, and they're not like it's like blood is thicker than water shit. Like I almost think the last episodes are gonna be Johnny with his fucking kid, and like all that shit.
So
Like his
okay,
new
so now that I'm thinking
maybe.
through that, because you still have the stupid Miyagi line storyline that they're going to do.
Oh God.
So and that's going to have some relation to this other dojo. So I'm almost willing to bet you that they're going to say that Miyagi trained under Kim.
That's what it's gonna be. So that's what it's gonna be. Was Miyagi was like his star student, like chosen was Sato's or something, and he left
Uh,
or something. Like it was
oh yeah, because
Miyagi's.
they did.
Like it was like
They
Miyagi's Terry Silver, right? Like he learned Miyagi Do from his father, and then he left, and he had to run. So he ran to Kim Sung Young, and he learned his way, and he did like his Terry Silver arc where he started learning the enemy's thing and realized it was bad.
Yeah. So didn't they have like a flashback where Sato was training at Kim's or something like that?
No, I think that was Chosen with Sato.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Chosen was the beanbag thing. Chosen was
Yeah.
cheating.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think that was Chosen and Sato.
Yeah.
But
You're right. You're right. So yeah, they so yeah they'll fill out that the. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even get to the start of the Sekai Tekai until the last five, and that all the rest of this is going to be training and setup and drama.
yeah, because I'm sort of afraid that the tournament's only going to be like 2 episodes
Probably.
because they don't have enough fighters.
I don't think that's going to be the case.
No, I hope not.
Yeah.
I just don't think they got enough fighters to do it. Like,
Nah, the show needs karate big time. Yeah, it needs more of it. They need to do a lot of shut the fuck up and a lot of hey, here's my fists and it's meeting your face and
like
shit.
the frat house, you know.
Yeah,
How
that was actually
why-
entertaining. I
so
mean, it was
why-
dumb, but it was entertaining.
But why are
Bro, Hawk had
why is
fucking
Miguel
beer-
and him
beer-
friends all of a
beer
sudden?
cups on his head.
Why are Kyler
That's
and Miguel friends?
I don't know.
When did
was
that
dumb.
happen?
I agree with that. But Hawk had beer cups on his fucking mohawk, guys. That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And then-
that's the
yeah,
kind of
the high
stupid
school-
shit you would expect.
The high schoolers went and beat up a bunch of seniors.
More
and
of that,
fucking
more of that, more
males
shit
in
like
in a frat house. They just rolled over those football players and
Yeah.
jocks. They just rolled them. It's like okay, whatever.
Again,
Whatever.
Dimitri showing exactly what an MIT prospective student can do to a whole bunch of beer swizzling football players. Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a fun scene. I'll take it.
It
I'll take
was.
this one. Yeah. Like
It was.
I just was like, why are why Kyle like Rhea is now just a term of endearment. He's just like, oh yeah, you can call me diarrhea. It's okay, Kyler. We're friends. It's like what? What happened?
Yeah.
It's like,
That was-
did we miss a season
that
of
was-
television? Did we miss an episode where did we miss an episode where all these friendships were like hammered out? Like
It's going to be a spinoff.
Kyler and Rhea, they go fuck shit up. Beep. It's like, okay. What do you want to do today, Kyle? I don't know. Let's fuck up this fucking Arby's. All right.
Show me the meats.
Show me the meats, motherfucker. And he jumps over the thing, just kicks the toaster. He's like, yeah, motherfucking toast.
Yeah, their
I
little
love
meat
me some
spindle.
toast.
their little meat spindle. He's going to be slicing off their sandwiches with his
Hey,
hands.
Rhea, this looks like the shit you threw up, motherfucker. I'm Kyla. It's like, what is going on?
It's going to have a cameo from Harold and Kumar.
Oh, I don't know. The show's in trouble. I hope they turn it around.
Yeah, me too.
Thankfully, what's her face from Stranger Things isn't on the show, so they actually finished filming. Millie Bobby Brown or whatever the fuck her name is. You know, she can't get her ass on set so they can finish Stranger Things. So
wow.
Gee,
that bodes well.
They're still not done. They had to bump that show back.
Jeez.
What's up? I'll drop the outfit.
Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things. They bumped it back again. So, but hey, guys, since there's only 4 people watching, don't worry. August 4th or August 2nd, we will be saved.
Is that when the last season is?
No.
Wait, August 2nd.
No. We are getting a Zack Snyder epic.
Oh.
A director's cut. A director's cut to end all director's cuts. The director's cut of The Child of Fire. Where you get to see a man get ass fucked by a fucking goddamn octopus.
By a droid. Fucking.
No, a fucking octopus fucking deep throats his ass.
Oh, that's so much better. That's so much better.
Sticks his tentacle right in dude, Aldan, we were making fun of that shit. I remember watching that live, and I'm like, dude, this scene was cut right here. You can tell there's a whole bunch of this, right? So the preview comes out, which I'm going to review live because it'll just be funny. Well, maybe not live.
Rebel Moon.
I'll review it. There is literally a scene of this octopus. He's sitting there going, "Oh my god, you're an octopus," and it goes whoop right down his fucking throat. And it's like,
no,
you didn't even keep it for the fucking movie. I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, Zack Snyder, the man who is famous for making shit movies, but then making a director's cut and saying it's going to be better, but it's not better. It's still shit. That's what Zack Snyder's famous for right now.
But Steve, what I did not see though is you properly doing that scene in slow motion because you know it's going to be in slow motion.
Dude, the octopus deep throat is going to be
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
There's just no doubt.
You're right. You're probably right.
You're probably right. Grief.
Cobra Kai.
When's that? What's that? When does that drop? August.
August 2nd. August 2nd. I'm going to cover the fuck out of that thing. It's going to be shit on a stick.
Did you watch part 2? I didn't even watch part 2.
I did. It was shit on a stick. Part 2 was so bad. I don't even remember. I think I went to make a review of it a few times, and I just didn't. I should have. I think it was one of those things I ran out of time. Like that's one of the, I need to do better. Of when I think of something to do, I just need to turn on the camera and do it.
Yep.
But that one, I just
it
was so bad, dude. Like there's so much. It's so bad. Like they introduce a planet. Look, they introduce a planet-killing fucking gun that you can shoot from orbit. It's over. It's done. You can't disable that. They have no reason to keep you maybe I should do the review of it. Fuck that show. Like I can't wait to rip apart. I can't wait to rip apart Child of Fire, the director's cut. It's to end all director's cut. You thought the Justice League was long. Well, wait for fucking Child of Fire. We're gonna have an 18-minute scene of a fucking octopus fucking a grown man in his mouth hole. Child of Fire, are you ready?
God damn.
Child of Fire because it's mouth gonorrhea.
Jesus Christ! You think I'm lying? Do I have to get the clip?
No, I don't think you're
you'll
lying.
see the
No,
clip. You'll see the clip.
I
You'll
don't
see the
think
clip when I review it. Yeah, you'll see the clip when I review it.
yeah, I can wait.
That and I got a
can
lot
wait.
of. Oh,
I
I
think
gotta
you're
write
lying.
that down. I got a lot to say about Gladiator 2, which I gotta say before I forget about it.
Did you
Gotta write that down
hang
on my
on?
list.
What have they released that yet? They haven't released it, have they?
No, but that's it.
The trailer's bad.
Look, it's not like there was only one cool thing that I liked from the trailer besides for Denzel Washington think he's playing Training Day 2 and not, Gladiator 2. Rome ain't got shit on me, motherfucker. I'm gonna blow this motherfucker down. It's like, okay, all right. It's like, all right, I guess. Fuck you. I'm gonna rip Rome from his fucking testicles and make it man woman again because I'm fucking Denzel Washington. It's like, what? Like, the fuck are you talking about? There was only
Well,
I'm not drunk. I'm just telling you how it is, man. That's the fucking trailer. I'll tell you what, though. There was one cool scene, and that's when they filled the arena, the Coliseum, with water, because that's fucking cool ass shit, because they could really do that. But that fuck that movie. That movie immediately shits all over Maximus. Immediately. The main character is Lucius
I named my
Verus.
son after that.
The main
no.
character. Have you seen the trailer, Aldan?
I watched. Yes. Oh no, I didn't watch the trailer. I watched a version that took out the music.
So
I watched. I think Neurotic.
somebody took out the rap music. Yeah. So look, I don't even
way
care
better
about,
without the music. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I don't even give a fuck about the rap music. The problem is the fucking movie. The main character is Lucius Verus. Maximus's final words are Lucius is safe. That motherfucker is not safe. He's a goddamn gladiator. His mother is alive, letting all this shit happen. How? Where are the fucking Roman fucking... Where's the Senate that he gave power to? Where the fuck did they go? Did they assassinate all of them for this clown Caesar who's wearing all this makeup? I'm a fucking Caesar. Ooh. It's like you goddamn... You're a clown boy from Animaniacs. I mean, what the fuck is going on? I'm Caesar. I'm fucking from Alice in Wonderland. I'm fucking the queen bitch. It's like, what? And Pedro Pascal's in it because Pedro Pascal is in fucking everything.
Oh gosh,
it really is.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Tell me you don't want me to buy a movie ticket without me not buying a movie ticket.
Fuck.
I'm gonna go. I want to go watch. You fired me up, Steve. I want to go watch it now, just based on that.
It's so bad. Like, it immediately shits all over Maximus. Immediately.
You can't have that. I named my son after that.
Maximus is still a fucking uber fucking legend, but the movie just like the movie completely fucking disregards everything. Maximus died for Rome. He died to give the power back to the Senate. He died to keep Lucius safe, and all that shit is immediately gone because Drusilla is still alive. She's still alive. What the fuck? How did you fuck this up again, bitch? First you let Commodus do it. Now I give you power on a platter. I personally make sure your son is fucking safe, and I give the power to the senators, and somehow you guys immediately fuck it up for Clown Boy Caesar in his fucking makeup.
Look.
How?
Are you gonna
go? And Denzel's gonna overthrow Rome because he's a badass slave owner that fucking knows his business, motherfucker. He gonna pull out his gad of fucking arrows. He's gonna have a fucking goddamn ballista and shoot up your asshole. Like, I don't know. Like, come the fuck on. I'm gonna bring my fleet of ballistas and tear your ass up if you don't give me my fucking money. It's like, what? No, what the fuck is happening?
When's it come out?
Who cares? It's already
I can't now. I want to watch it now. You've sold it to me flat.
I sold you. Gladiator 2 comes out when my fucking asshole freezes over. Let's see. Release date.
Well, I don't need a date on that, Steven.
November 22nd. The same time
What
Cobra
about
Kai
Dead?
2 comes. Cobra Kai is
Are you
the
gonna go?
next 5 episodes. What's that?
Are you gonna go watch the Deadpool Wolverine movie? Oh,
I'm assuming I'll end up at the theater. I mean, we're going to Will's wedding. I'm leaving for Will's wedding tomorrow, but I'm assuming there's probably going to be some downtime. I'll probably end up at the theater down there if they're,
yeah.
I'm sure there's one around. So,
I'm gonna go watch it. That looks good.
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
look,
watch it.
I'm interested. I'm curious. I hope it's not just not fart jokes and Wolverine. I made fucking beer cans out of your fucking metal shit. Like, I hope it's actually a real movie and not just a bunch of stupid
Hey,
jokes.
I want adamantium beard. I'll
Well,
take
like
that.
some of that's fine. Like some like I hope it's all not just fart jokes and him talking about wanting to fucking eat cocaine out fucking his blind friend's asshole. Like
Yeah, I hope that too. I'm gonna take the boy to it, so I hope it's not that.
I mean I hope it's like you can have some of that shit, but like I mean,
But not heaps. Yeah.
I just hope it's an actual real movie. Right? Have the jokes, like that's part of it. Like have all that shit, but just like I hope it's actually a movie. Like and shame on me. I saw like what was it? I saw a preview for Craven.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't think Sony realizes that's a villain.
No, they don't. They really don't.
It's like Mobius and Venom and Craven.
let's
They're all Spider-Man villains. They're actually assholes.
Yep. Wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know, Steve. You wouldn't
Well,
know.
I mean, you did watch The Acolyte.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Fuck
the
that.
heroes are the villains. The heroes are the villains. Has anybody watched my video? There's probably like one view.
I
Like,
haven't
Acolyte
seen
one.
one.
I watched
we're,
it.
literally we're talking to ourselves right now, so it's like
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, we've been covering your ass while you had a power outage.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
right.
It's true.
Well,
Right.
what we should have done now, Dan, we actually should have shared it here and played it on the stream, so
The
that way
Acolyte video?
Steve could copyright himself.
Yes,
why
we
not?
should have done that. Do you get paid for that? You
That'd be
should totally
awesome.
do
I'll
that.
just like make a whole bunch of fucked up fucking booty channels and just replay all my videos.
he gets
Yeah.
double pay.
Yeah, I'll be the only one watching my. Wouldn't that be ironic? I'm the only one watching my own videos. It's like you have 3 views. Oh shit, they were all me. Oh well.
Yeah,
That's
You
how
like
it
to
already
just go in the
is.
window.
That's how it already is. I watch myself. That's it. So no kidding. All right, so yeah, so we'll figure out. I don't know. There'll be some more Cobra Kai stuff. I got to figure. I should do. I'll do a review at some point. But Wind in Truth, we're definitely gonna do that. Dresden, I got to get organized because I'd like you to be involved, Nate, if you can. So
Yeah,
So finish the
I don't want to get too far out in front. So
get up to
like,
speed so we can talk about my Jesus theory without it being. What do you mean spoiler? By the way, I don't think that's a spoiler. I don't know if that's true.
it's a little too soon to like Mac where he's at. Well, is Mac started like acting weird yet, or is Mac just like the Macanelli, the pub?
Oh no, he hasn't been a
Well,
player.
even
at
if
all.
it is this, even if I'm right, and it,
He could be
even if
Jesus.
I'm right, and it is a spoiler, it's not. It's got nothing to do with the plot.
So you start. So it's a minor spoiler, but you start finding out Mac. There's a lot more to Mac than meets the eye. He's not just some neutral guy. Like he's got fucking angels watching over him and shit. Like he's important.
Okay. Yeah, because right now, so far, all he's been is just a bartender.
Yeah, no, Mac. There's a lot more to Mac than meets the eye. He like knows all this shit, and he's got connections, and I forgot what it was that sort of like you're like, what the fuck? And even Dresden's like, how the fuck do you know that shit? Like what? Like Mac, who are you, Mac? Who the fuck are you? Yeah,
it's in cold. I think it's in cold days when Dresden first is like, who the fuck
are you? Yeah, he does
days.
something. It's like, who the fuck are you, Mac? Like, how did you do that? Like, yeah, he's either God or knows God or is Jesus. That's probably accurate.
I don't know, but like when I read that,
He could be Michael. He could be Michael or Gabriel, like one of the high-ranking angels.
What do you mean,
Like
Michael's
it gets crazy, dude. You start getting angels and demons and fucking. You've met Nicodemus, right?
Yeah, just did
Nicodemus
in
is
the
one of the
last
best
book.
fucking characters in the
best
goddamn
villain
fucking
ever
series.
written.
Nicodemus is fucking
Nicodemus
amazing.
is one of the best villains ever written, ever.
Fuck, and then just how he's
A
read
villain?
in the audiobook. Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, he is a villain. I'm trying. I got him
Nicodemus,
confused
yeah.
with.
Nicodemus is one of the Denarius guys. He's got the
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I got his name flipped with the guy who helped Dresden out of his situation with Nicodemus, sacrificed himself.
show or Shin. Is it Shin?
Yeah,
Shiro.
I think
Shiro.
Shiro. Yeah,
He had Phenolacius.
yes,
Sword of
Blade of Faith. The Sword of
right.
Faith.
Which
Sword
is
of Faith.
that's now in Dresden's possession, isn't it?
Dresden had
Yeah, it is.
right now,
Yeah,
yeah, Dresden has it right
Yeah.
now. It ends
does.
up in other person's hands.
I figured a sword doesn't work for Dresden. It's not
Michael
his deal.
still has Amarachius at your
That's
point, right?
definitely not true.
Yeah, he
You're
did
right.
get it back
You're right.
from the vampires.
Excalibur. Fucking
Yeah.
Excalibur, bro.
Can you? Yeah, what? The fucking
Fucking
Yeah,
Excalibur,
correct.
bro.
Excalibur.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
It's
so, like,
Excalibur.
Like I remember you spoiled that for me last time you had said that
Yeah.
a while ago.
Sorry.
Which
Still didn't
no,
ruin
no,
it though, did it? It didn't ruin it.
No, it
Doesn't
doesn't.
matter.
It doesn't.
They're not plot relevant. They're not plot relevant.
Right? No, they're kind of. Well, this is these are member berries that actually hit well because
Reality
they're not
member
plot
berries.
relevant.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
They're like
it's so
they're
good.
reality
So
member
amazing. Like, and I just will say this is sort of a detriment to Cobra Kai. We're now talking about Dresden, but you know we ran out of stuff to talk about Cobra Kai. No, I'm kidding. But
For all
it's
of
sort
us
of
who are
crazy
watching,
how in the files like fucking myth and lore from like the real world is weaved into the story, and like religious artifacts and items that are like, you know, mythical in like our world, I guess is the best way to say it, like show up and like have meaning. So like
imagine
It's
if
like
they had
Excalibur's just sitting in fucking Chicago. It's like, what? It's like, god damn. So yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Nicodemus is amazing.
Dude, I just like I said, I'll just reread. I'm currently finishing another reread of Dresden.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so,
I need
it
to.
is so,
I need to reread it.
it is so good. It is so good. It's not even funny. There's so many things that happen. That you don't remember how good they are when they happen.
Yeah.
And then when you go back through it,
There is not a down. The only book that I wasn't just like fucking attached to from start to finish was probably Peace Talks, and that's because Peace Talks is a complete. Well, Peace Talks is Peace Talks is a complete setup for Battlegrounds, because Peace Talks being the way it is enables Battlegrounds to be as good as it is, because so there's a purpose between Peace Talks being as slow as it is, because it allows Battleground to be balls to the fucking wall from the start.
Those books are one book.
They're one book. They're one book. 100%.
They are. And I just hit Battleground on a reread, right? And I didn't rate Peace Talks at all. This is the first time I think that I've reread it, Steve, and it's way better. Way. Yeah, Peace Talks. Way.
Well,
way
I don't
better
think it's bad. Like I wouldn't say Peace Talks is bad, but it's completely a setup book for Battlegrounds.
Well, going straight into it, it really is one book. There's not.
Yeah.
Oh
no, I 100. Well, yeah, because yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like Peace Talks is the way it is. The reason Battlegrounds is just fucking melt your face crazy is because Peace Talks does a great job, even though it's a little slower, to set it up. So if Peace Talks wasn't like that, Battlegrounds would not be the way it is.
But there's still some mate. Reread
there's some stuff. There's some stuff. I will. I gotta get to it. I'm not saying it's bad by any means. It's not bad by any means. Not at all.
I know. I get that.
Yeah.
Some of those scenes, like the scenes. Oh man, the fucking.
You're probably right. No, I've only read it once. I need to reread it.
The scenes with Lara going. It's insane.
Laura,
fucking crazy.
Laura Wraith. Can you imagine Laura Wraith on
Oh, I
screen?
can totally imagine. Yes.
Oh my god! Holy shit! Fucking Molly Carpenter being fucking all these.
Oh,
Susan Rodriguez. Oh my god!
Oh man, she's.
Oh,
You know
people
what?
give Jim shit.
Susan
People give.
Susan Rodriguez
Sorry.
would be like a good one chick to play. Susan Rodriguez would be the one chick from Hitman.
I was just thinking that same fucking thing.
Yes.
Her or the crazy chick from fuck. I don't like her politics, and she was in Three Body Problem, but that chick would be good too.
Yeah.
The chick that
Yeah,
play
yeah, yeah.
the chick that plays
Hot.
string death. This crazy physicist scientist that makes the string.
Yep.
That chick.
And
She's also in
no
Baby
idea.
Driver.
Never watched it.
Have you seen Baby Driver?
Watch it. It's
I need
alright.
to. I need to watch Baby Driver actually.
Okay, God, what else has she been in? I don't know what else she's been in. It's
Look
another
it up.
crazy hot Latina chick. She's fucking insanely hot. She
you
would
talking
make
about
a
the
good
French
Susan
girl?
Rodriguez too. What's that?
You talking about the French girl from
No.
the Three Body Problem?
Three Body Problem is the scientist that makes the mesh screen stuff.
Oh hell yeah!
See, there you go. Nathan found it. You can share it. Nathan found it. Nathan
on.
found it. I can hear it
Hold
in
on,
his voice. You found it. It's like, whoa, mamma mia.
Yes.
You can share it. Are you gonna share it?
Yeah.
Unless she was nude
getting
and you could still share it. We just can't show it.
right. Oh, here we go. That's what I.
Yeah, she is fucking amazing. Yeah, there you go. Oh,
Oof.
oof.
Lunchtime.
Oy vey. Yeah, that's her in Baby Driver, I think, right there on the left with the gun.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I like the other one.
There it is. There it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoy.
Yeah. Quality.
Well, her or the oh fuck. Yeah, her.
Jeez.
She is fucking.
She's fine.
Oh yeah, that's the Gentleman movie.
She's
With
fine.
fucking Henry Cavill. I forgot she's in that.
Yeah, she's fine. Very fine. Very fine. Just,
Yeah, she ain't hurting the eyes, that's for sure.
What did you? Yeah. What did you
Yeah,
think of
she's
the Three
science
Body?
lady.
What did you guys think of that Three Body Problem show?
It
I
was
didn't hate
fucking
it.
trash.
I didn't watch
Really?
Trash
Oh,
show.
no,
Trash. Utter trash.
Utter trash. Utter trash.
Utter
is-
trash. Garbage.
Trashy said.
Put it in the bin. Garbage. I haven't watched it in a while, so I couldn't elaborate too much. But I have a problem with murdering a whole boat of people with metallic string that doesn't exist instead of just blowing
I'm
it
okay
up.
with that. It's some hot bitch doing it. I'm alright with it. It's fine.
Man, so lucky they didn't shred that hard drive too with all those fucking strings
I
that don't
reckon
exist.
Very, very fortunate.
Let's build these strings so they're only able to cut boat and fucking people. They can't on drives. Bring my. Okay, we're not talking about Dresden anymore because we're talking about a shit fucking show. Back to Dresden, so he has to mute again. No, I'm kidding.
When's the next book coming out for Dresden?
That's a good question.
Because I feel like Battlegrounds was at least 2 years ago.
Yeah, he usually does a book a year, so it's Jim Butcher.
Yeah,
upcoming
but he
book.
stopped that. He was doing a
Yeah.
book a year, but then he got.
Because
Yeah.
he does those like reading or the writing tracks like Sanderson does, where you can see his progress. I think.
No, I don't think Jim
No.
does that because
No, he
thought I saw
does a pretty
something like
good
that.
job of like trying to keep people updated on what FAQ
I'm not-
event newsletter.
here's my conspiracy theory. I'm not. I don't know that Jim knows how to finish this series.
I hope he never does finish it.
Yeah. I'm not sure that he knows how to finish it. I know he said that he knows the ending, and so here's.
Hold on a
Without-
second. Wait, is there a Dresden card game?
I don't know. There should be a Dresden Tarot game, probably.
There's
If
a
there's not some
Dresden
kind of
Tarot
Dresden
game.
Tarot card set up, then someone's missing the
So
mark.
okay, when's the next book? 86% or 68%. The second book of
Yep.
Cinder Spires. He's working on Cinder Spires. 2 Dresden
Why would-
short stories came out last year. The two story Little Things and the Heroic Hearts, the novella, the Law, both were set in Battlegrounds after Massive Spoilers. Okay. Mouse and Cerberus team up for a short story Fugitive that was published on March 23. I don't know. It doesn't like I thought Mirror Mirror was coming out soon.
Is that the next?
I thought Mirror Mirror was the next book, but it looks like
he's said that he's got like a trilogy ending. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, what I had heard was
it's
he's
called
got
12 months. That's right. When do you think 12 months is the next book? The writing part will be done in February.
How is everyone
Editing
going to
post-
survive? The people, there's
Let's see
no
here.
there's no way everybody survives 12 months.
So the writing part probably done by February, but the editing and publishing will take 3 to 5 months, resulting in all being released in June or July. So it should be soon.
This year,
They were
Oh, no, next
predicting June or July, so no, they were saying this year.
Ooh,
We're
so
just
behind.
talking about general stuff, Articus. We're not talking about like spoilers or nothing.
Well, in Articus, you should read it, by the way. You're concerned about getting spoiled, you should totally read Dresden. It doesn't take long, they're short books, easy to read, and they're awesome.
Yeah, no, that's the amazing thing about the Dresden Files. They are so easy.
They're quick,
Yeah, they are
easy.
fast reads. They are probably the most phenomenal palate cleansers. If you're coming off of a big
Yes.
thick tome, you know
Yeah.
it's
So
They are.
it's still 12 month is listed. Mirror Mirror is 19. Neither of them have release dates.
Hmm.
So I wonder if he's working on them together.
right.
Yeah, he might be. I mean, he did it with this one.
He's working on other books. See, I can't like it's one of those. Yes, I want more Dresden, but look, at least he's writing, right? It happens to be for the other
Right.
series, but he's still writing, so I can't.
It's
you
not
know.
like George, where he's doing nothing. True.
Yeah.
What,
So I don't know if
been
that.
12
So is
years?
that okay? So the 12 months is 60. Okay, that's 12 months is 68% done. That's what that bar means.
Yeah.
So that's still a year away from production then.
So well, I don't know if it's done in the editing stage or what. It doesn't say.
It's 12
He was
months
started
away.
writing the
Yeah.
next Dresden 12 months. Yeah, so it says he started writing, so that's the last update. So it doesn't say when he updated. So I don't know. I'm ready for. I feel like it's been too long. I need to go back to Dresden. I miss being in that world. That world is so fucking good. Like it's just amazing. It's so
It is the
good.
best. It is
It's the
literally,
best.
it is the best.
Like
It
it's
is
one of
the
those
best.
things.
I don't
Like
know,
it's truly is one of those things. Like it's so good. It's like fuck. Do I like this better than some of the others? Like is this better than Wheel of Time for me right now? I would have never thought that, but it's just like it's
and
so
different. It's fun. Where
so good.
Wheel of Time is fun, but there's
In a
also
different
like
way.
a heft to it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Dresden is just
It's
a light
different.
read. It is an absolute joyride.
It is a joy. It's a joy to read. It's a delight. It is hilarious. It's one of those
Yep,
few
yes.
times when it's the humor is the thing that really sets it apart. The ability, and this is where like Butcher like hit this like, well, he hit this thing that no one else has hit, right? Like he hit a tone that no one else has really hit, where he could like use like common day every world references in like an
Yep.
urban fantasy setting that's completely unfantastical, but at the same time, the humor is relative to your experience as a human being in the real world. That's
Yep.
that's no one's ever done that, and that's part of what makes it part of what makes it.
I
amazing.
like if I went to Chicago and was walking the streets, I'd be looking for
Yeah.
Dresden.
I would too. I'd be going. The first thing I'd do would be go. I'd be going to Lake Michigan, and I would be. I don't even know if that's a real thing. I don't even know if that's a real lake, but I'd be
Yeah.
going
Yep,
there.
it
I'd
is.
be the first. As soon as I touch down in fucking Chicago, I'd be asking someone, "Where's Lake Michigan? I need to go and check it out."
Oh, you can't miss Lake Michigan. It's fucking massive.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'd be. It's like. Is it?
It's
I'd
part,
be like.
it's part of the Great Lakes right here, and like I live in Ohio, so you got Lake Erie north of me, and then Lake Michigan is sort of north of that, but branches down and cuts down into Indiana.
I would
Illinois.
totally be like. I would totally be like. Is it true that there's really cities underneath the cities? Is there a whole underworld down there? Can I go down there and poke around? Are there really people living
Is there
underneath
vampires?
Chicago right now? Yeah, I
That's
fucking.
right. And are they fairies? Is there vampires? Where are they?
Yeah, no, Chicago's it's fun city. If you stay on the north side, otherwise you're dodging bullets.
So you're saying you're what? So you're on. You have Peace Talks, Battlegrounds, and
Skin Game.
Skin Game. Oh, Skin Game.
Skin Game's a great book, but it's cold. Yeah, good book. What a good story.
That's a Nicodemus book right there, ain't it? That's the Nicodemus one. Yeah,
it is. It's
Dude,
the book that solidified.
Dude, they go to fucking hell, bro. They go to hell.
Shh.
Jeez,
Jesus
Steve. Thanks.
Christ.
Thanks, man.
Now that's not a spoiler.
That's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler.
No,
That's just a location. They're gonna end up in heaven at some point too. So like that's not a spoiler.
Oh
either.
well, maybe.
You may already be there, baby. No kidding.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
That's a good book, man. I just read it. Like I said, Steve, like I just read that, and I just read Peace Talks. You can't stop. That's the number one sort of like selling point for Dresden Files. Is that
So here's the important question, okay, Aldan? I need to know. So Lara Wraith, Susan Rodriguez,
or
Murphy, or Murphy.
You're gonna get me in trouble, mate.
The audiobooks are fucking amazing, Sam. Like they are so fucking good. Oh,
you could almost believe
James
that
Marsters is a fucking master. It is amazing.
Yeah. Oh, he does a great job at capturing all of Dresden's sarcasm. He just is.
Sam goes straight to Karen Murphy. Look at that.
Sam goes Murphy.
Straight to Murphy.
She's got handcuffs.
She is ride or die too, but so is Susan. Susan's a little bit of a.
I'm a Lara Wraith man.
Well, I mean,
I'm a Lara Wraith man.
Laura Wraith.
I love Lara Wraith.
You don't care. You're gonna die happy. You're fine. He's perfectly fine. He's like, kill me.
I'll take the vampire. I'll take the vampire any day of the week. I'll take the vampire. I love the vampire.
The love vampire. Yeah. Oh my god.
Give it to me. I love her.
Dude, you can just picture it, like the way she's written too. Like it's like fucking Christ. Could you think of like the sexiest woman ever and double it? It's like God,
and there's so many scenes where Dresden has to deal with it, right?
He's
like,
just he's got a raging fucking hard on. He's like, I have to fucking go. I think I have to go. I have to go.
He's like, no, it's not gonna happen. He's like, nah. Fuck. Whether it's Lara on the island or whether it's Lara fucking in the it doesn't matter where it is, wherever Lara is and Harry, and this is the thing, right? Like Lara. Oh,
slow down. Slow down.
Slowing down.
Well,
the way that Lara presents herself, anytime Harry is on the page, is just a thing of beauty, and it should be like studied by future generations for like how to like interpret like interactions between males and females forever.
Yeah, no, it's so good. Yeah.
How he goes through and describes Harry going through the vampire mansion in grave peril.
Oh
I mean, you're just kind of like, dude, seriously, like these people have hormone problems.
Oh yeah. Oh, yes, they do.
and Harry's just kind of like Roseanne Barr naked. Actually, no. Hold on. Switch that. Madonna 2024 naked. Madonna 2024 naked.
Wait a second. That's scary. Marsters wasn't the narrator of the last short story? See, I haven't done a good job of reading the short stories. Next time I listen through the series, I'll listen to the short stories with them. But Christmas was so much fun.
He's not.
That short story was so good.
Not,
Christmas, it was so good. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think he's the narrator for any of the short stories.
Okay.
Side jobs, for side jobs, he's the narrator for none of them.
Dude, as long as he's the main novels, that's all I give a fuck about. Oh,
he's so good.
He's fucking so good. Yeah.
Bob is the best. How much? So Nathan, whereabouts? How much Bob have you heard so far?
Bob's the skeleton guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the skull.
Trying to remember what.
Well, he's at 6, right? You're at 6.
Yeah, so I finished the first 5. For the most part, he'll be sent out to behave himself, but be sent out to kind of gather information or help make specific potions.
All right, so you haven't got it.
I don't know much. Yeah, I don't know
Bob,
backstory.
Dude, like, what the fuck? Who would have thought Bob was like Bob? Like, I'm not gonna go any further than that, but fuck. Like, it's like he does these things. Like, that's the other thing about Dresden. Like, just the writing. He does these things with characters that you've already been around, right? And they're doing, it's like Bob is a perfect example of that. Bob is just, going. He helps them make potions and this, that, and then a story happens when you find out Bob is a whole nother level of fucking crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters like that. You're right,
and it's nuts how just you're busy talking about these characters, and they're there every day, and then the next thing you know, wham, fucking, he's a werewolf eating people's heads off, and you're like, oh, sorry, I didn't fucking know. It's like, where did that come from? What the fuck? You've been here the whole goddamn time. Max, another perfect example of that. Max just a fucking guy that makes great steak sandwiches and has a cool beer. And then he's not. It might be Jesus. It's possible he's Jesus.
Possible.
It's totally possible.
I think it's
plausible.
Totally, he's me.
Yeah, that's pretty good beard you've got.
He's me.
Mm.
Yeah,
great beard. I mean, come on.
But you just like Shiro. Losing Shiro is fucking. That's a tough fucking book, man. With Nicodemus. Nicodemus is masterclass bad guy.
Well, and that's the thing is like you only knew Shiro in that book.
Yeah, and you get really attached.
Well, at the end of it though, you're fully
You're sad. You're very sad by the end.
Yeah,
very sad.
Well, he just sits there and he's allowed to leave because he steps in for him, and the door closes, and that's it. That's the last you see of Shiro, and you're like, what the fuck, really? Like the whole negotiation, he's just stone faced. You're like, damn.
It's so tough because he plays such a crucial role in that, and it's just like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, and he's there, and
what dumb stupid.
Dresden has to make it good.
We're talking about Dresden. We talked about Cobra Kai a while ago, so we're just sort of chilling right now. Things keep coming up, so you're caught up on Dresden. Good man. Or I hope I didn't misgender you. I guess I'm gonna do that. Good person.
Dumb stupid can only be
brought to you by Kamala Harris. No kidding.
You
we're just sort of shooting the shit about Dresden. So
you could be like Seinfeld, like, oh, you.
Boing. All right, dumb stupid. Laura Wraith. I posed the question. Laura Wraith. Karen Murphy, Susan Rodriguez. Which one? Sam did. Oh, Sam answered. Sam said Murphy. So
Sam said Murphy.
Sam said Murphy. Nathan can't really answer yet because you're at book 6.
Well, I haven't met Laura Wraith, but I've met.
You haven't met Laura Wraith yet.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
You must
Wait.
have met Lara.
Wait, in
Well,
passing, it must have been like in passing.
Probably
He
in
probably hasn't
passing.
got much.
Yeah, but the
Hang on.
Yeah, Sam, we looked it
Hang
up.
on.
It looks like 12 months. It looks like 12 months is about 68% done. So now we got a Susan. Man,
yeah.
there is no agreement on which is the hottest babe in the Dresden Files, and that's how that shit should be. Fuck
Well,
yeah.
where
Lara
did you
and
land, Steve?
There's Lara and
Steve,
no one
Steve.
else.
Steve, where did you land on the debate?
Oh, I see. I'm sort of I'm so it's hard because Lara will just
Yes,
kill
it is
her.
Well, yeah, I know.
But Lara, see, Lara will just, it's one of those, you have to wait with Lara. Is it worth just being a sex slave? And you're sort of like, yeah, it might
Lara
be
Wraith,
okay.
yeah,
It's
might
Lara
be.
Wraith, right? So it's like, is it worth just being used to death by her? And it might be fine. Like it could be perfectly okay.
I know.
But I
No,
actually,
there's
if I'm being
that.
honest, I probably lean Susan.
Susan Rodriguez.
Yeah,
Alright.
probably leaning Susan. Just thinking back, it's too bad about but yeah, probably leaning Susan over Karen. But Lara just
Like
if
the journalist over the cop.
But with your argument though for Susan makes sense though because of Harry's attachment to her.
yeah.
That's believable. Whereas if you go with Murphy, you've got someone ride or die with you right there.
Well, yeah. And there's more for you to catch up on Murphy later too. So
I'm sure.
And
yeah, there's a ton of Murphy stuff. So I think if I'm being honest with myself, I would probably say Susan.
you guys are fucking crazy, man.
I
There's no
just because I
competition
want to
for
live,
Lara.
man. Just if I was okay just being a sex puppet, then Lara, it's one of those. I'm not strong, Alden. I am not strong of mind like you. You could probably. I can't survive Lara Wraith. She'd fucking ride me to
I
death.
don't think-
Okay, we
I
already
don't
know
think I
that.
could
Like,
survive
you
her
can
either.
survive. I can't do. I wouldn't be able. I
No.
wouldn't be. I couldn't.
Well-
I couldn't handle it.
I don't think I could survive Lara Wraith either. I just wouldn't give a fuck. That's all. I would be
Just
okay.
he just Al Dan's actually making sure that Laura Wraith is the last thing on his bucket list, and then he's good.
Exactly. That's the last thing I see.
Yeah,
if I
I'll
go
do-
out into the
Okay, I
ether.
finished
I'll
everything in
take
my
it.
life. Let's go, Laura. I'm ready for you.
So-
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Now, here's the other thing too, though. So, I get the impression that Laura Wraith's probably a tall chick. Susan.
Oh, I
Gonzalez-
wonder if there's a picture. Let me see if I can get a good image. Hold on. Like
Susan-
I don't think we ever
Susan's
get like a
probably-
dimensions. I don't think we ever get
Well-
like a dimension of Lara. It's more of an idea. It's a concept.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But Murphy, I think he mentions is short, and I dig some short.
Yeah,
chicks,
she's a pocket
so-
rocket. Murphy's awesome.
Oh, she is definitely yeah.
Murphy's awesome, bro.
So I don't
Mhm.
know that. So I'm not sure these do her justice. Even these are pretty good. So is there Dresden Comics? Ooh.
Yeah.
I see. So I'm not sure this even does her justice.
Oh, hello, nurse.
So I don't know that does her justice. So
This is Laura.
that's Laura. Yes, that's somebody's depiction of Laura Wraith. Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's an official one. But like let's see.
If she's a succubus, I would almost say that she's a little too tame.
Let's see here. There's a comic book version. I'm trying to get a good blow up of it, but it seems it's like really tiny.
Size doesn't matter, dude.
But you just can't see it.
You're not helping that comment.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think this is a good drawing either. I think that this is the one on the official
What is
site
that?
right here. That's somebody's depiction of Laura Wraith.
What was that? I'd had to go get.
So I think that's in the comic.
I had to go get more beer.
She got weird feet, so I'm not sure I agree with this one.
Weren't you just drinking wine?
Yeah, he's going for it, man. He's going
Yeah.
for it.
Man,
So just think, Laura Ray.
I've
Just
got footage
when it comes,
training.
to, just think of the hottest woman ever, and then triple it.
triple.
And then make it a succubus. And then make it
Yeah,
a
just triple
succubus.
it and just
And
she
then-
yeah, just triple it and then yeah.
So,
Ooh,
like a
this is
taller
this-
version of Kate Beckinsale.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably.
Kate
And
Beckinsale
hotter.
with curves.
And then
Giddy up.
this is Susan Rodriguez right here from the comic. I didn't know there was a comic. I'm gonna have to.
I didn't even know there was a comic.
Apparently there is, yeah. Let's see here. Susan Rodriguez. Oh my god. Why can't I share shit? No. It's because it's getting late and I got a pack. We're talking about Dresden. There you go. There's Susan Rodriguez. Hello.
Hello. Look at
Hello,
it.
Susan. So yeah.
Best thing
so-
about Dresden is that all the chicks are super hot. It's amazing.
They're all super hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just that's kind of like the
Can't
benefit
choose
of
the
being
succubus,
the
see?
author. Like Robert Jordan, you know, all the chicks in there in most cases just sounded like they were fucking gorgeous.
Ooh, that is
Yeah.
Sam. That is so hard. That's such a wait. I thought you said you hadn't finished. Wait, 12.
No,
Wait,
it's-
what is book 12? Dresden book 12. That's
Dresden book 12.
changes. I know this is probably going to be a lame answer, and now Dan can call me out on it, but I think Battlegrounds is my favorite book. Battlegrounds or Skin Game. Skin Game is fucking amazing. Summer Night
best
is fuck, they're all good, dude. Fuck.
Summer Night.
Yeah,
was
but
bad.
what's the best one? The best one. What's your favorite?
I would
gotta think
say
about it.
probably
You gotta think about
Battlegrounds.
it
Like no,
seriously.
that's why I said Battlegrounds is right, but that's the freshest
That's
in my
your favorite.
memory. Battlegrounds is fucking just balls to the wall crazy.
Mine. This is so
Summer
hard.
Night is really
It's
good
so
too.
hard.
Summer Night is
But
really good. All
I
the
love Summer
intrigue.
Night too. Yeah.
Summer Night's
And
all
there's
Death
scenes in
Masks,
co-
though. I mean, fuck.
Death Mask is such a good book.
They're all so fucking good.
Mine's always this. Mine. Okay, so every time I've reread this like 3 times now, I think, and like, Proven Guilty is always my favorite book until I read Changes, and so Changes has to be my favorite for that reason. It's like-
You gotta see. This is the problem I have. I've only read it once, so I have trouble putting together which is which. So, Proven Guilty is which one? What's the plot line in that one?
the one where Morgan turns up. Without, I don't want to spoil anything, but the one where
Oh
Morgan just,
fuck! Okay. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
okay. Yeah.
Sam
that's
just
a
dropped
good
that
one.
in there.
Changes.
Yeah.
Which one's changes? I'm looking it up here. Hold on.
Well, so
Oh
Sam-
my
Sam says it.
god! Fucking changes. Jesus fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
so Proven Guilty is my favorite until Changes happens, and it's the next book, so it's always like,
Because changes fucking everything. What a proper name for a book. Holy
there's never been
shitballs.
there's never been a better name for a book than Changes. It's literally
It
perfect.
literally changes fucking everything.
Do you know
And
what
where
else?
Dr-
I heard someone speak.
Fuck, God. And where
I heard
and where
someone talk
Dresden
the
is
other day,
at
right,
the end of
about
changes,
Yeah.
like the crazy part is too by the end of changes where Dresden starts the next books at right. It's like fuck, your mind is just blown. Yeah, changes is fucking it's
Yeah.
oh it might be changes. Battleground is really fucking good though, but like oh
Sam, don't worry about apologizing, dude. I prefer no spoilers. I'm not.
He's okay.
You know,
He'll forget
yeah.
about it until he gets there.
I
Plus, it
possibly
doesn't.
that one will kind of stick in the back of my head, but either
It
way,
doesn't-
regardless, it's not going to impact my enjoyment of the books.
I can tell you right now that information isn't going to ruin anything.
No.
You may see
You
some
guys
of it.
just
It's
went
like,
Roblox
oh,
way, right?
okay, I see. Okay, I know about this, and then you're going to be like, what?
Well, part of it is like you can know some information, but part of it is watching it unfold is really what the excitement is.
Well, it's like I ruined.
That
I
doesn't
ruined
change. Sam's comment doesn't change anything about plot, Nate. Just so you
Yeah.
know. Nothing
Right.
at all.
Well, it's like I ruined Amarachius and called it Excalibur way before he found out it's Excalibur.
Yeah.
So I think that
Doesn't matter. Those things
it-
are
it's-
those things are Easter eggs. They're not.
Yeah.
They don't matter.
yeah, like me saying they go to hell. What a fucking which one is that? Which book is that in? Fuck the hell thing.
You said Skin Game.
Is that in
Skin
Skin
Game.
Game? Yeah, it is Skin
It
Game.
is in Skin Game. I just read it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so Skin Game's up there too because that's fucking quite the story. They're all
Yeah,
good.
but nothing's
it's hard. It's so hard.
Changes is the best book.
Probably,
in my
right?
opinion. In my opinion, Changes, because every time I read this, I get to proven guilty, and I love that the most because the Negloshi is my favorite antagonist ever, and then Changes happens. I'm like, that's actually better. So
Yep.
it has to be Changes for me. But yeah, but proven guilty is amazing. Death Mask is also amazing.
They're all amazing. They're all amazing.
They are
Like,
all amazing. Yeah, there's no
I will
bad
be.
book.
I will be honest. Ghost
None.
Stories starts out a little slow, but it picks up.
I thought that too, Steve. But then when I reread it this time, I loved Ghost Stories so much. I really did. I really like with the perspective of having like the whole story, like, and then like
I had a feeling that's probably the case, and that's I got maybe well on the trip I'll start rereading it because, it's just I miss being in fucking Chicago with Harry Dresden, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking.
it's a real.
I wish he needs to. I wish he'd get done, man. Fuck, but now so we got to talk Dresden. We got to. It has to happen. It has to.
Yeah.
We just talk. We've been talking Dresden for an hour on a fucking Cobra Kai stream.
Yeah, fuck. It's not even a contest. Dresden's the best. Dresden's
Oh
fucking
god.
awesome.
Me and Al Dan got some work to do. We got to figure out our Wind and Truth. Least favorite book. Peace. Well, fuck. I can't. That Peace Talks. I guess. Because that's the only one that I've said is like slow or setup. Peace Talks is the only one that I've ever said is like, okay, it feels like filler for Battlegrounds. Or not even filler. I don't know if it's just
Read it again.
Peace Talks is but wouldn't you still say that after reading all the way through them that Peace Talks is still, if you had to say one is the worst, is Peace Talks?
Nah, I wouldn't.
No?
I'd say I literally just I just did this. I just started Battleground 2 days ago, like on a reread.
Yeah.
So I've just got through Peace Talks. Literally, like that happened like 2 days ago. And
what would you classify as the worst one then?
Maybe Stormfront. Like maybe Stormfront.
The first book. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the first book. Yeah.
Maybe.
I would say just of the 5 that I've read, it's got to be either that or Full Moon, just between out of the first 5. But it's probably would be Stormfront. You're just getting your ears wet, and I mean, like the thing is that just with the first 5 books, I mean, this thing is getting progressively like deeper, and the action is so well described, and he's a real good master of brevity in terms of how in terms of how he describes things, because he can be very simple with it and to the point, and just gets you into the action and keeps it moving. And so that's what's part of what's it's so entertaining about it. But you're just getting immersed with Stormfront and Full Moon, so it's
it's harsh to judge them that way. Correct, I agree.
Yeah. Right.
It's harsh to put them in that. It's harsh to judge them, but you kind of have to when you read the rest of it.
That's it, exactly it. It's like, okay, yeah, what it was all necessary for you to give me with the information you gave me in the first 2 books.
Yeah.
Because part of what goes into those is part of the compendium that makes 3, 4, and 5 so good.
Yeah.
And what I'm assuming
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it just confirms we need Dresden streams. So Dresden streams are going to happen soon. I knew we needed them. This just confirms it. So, but yeah. So I have to. I got to finish packing and go to sleep. So this almost 4 hours. So fuck. So
You've only been here for half of it, let's be honest.
yeah, I know that's true. It's true.
I know. Al Dan and I have been doing the heavy lifting.
I wasn't sure if you guys would still be here when I got
Because
back.
he's fucking legend.
I wasn't expecting to be back, to be honest. I was surprised the power turned back on, so I couldn't believe you guys were still
I was
going.
too.
So, let's see. So Sam says parting words here. Jim Butcher says he's going to end the series with what he calls the Apocalypse trilogy. That's what you're talking about, Aldan, trilogy or something.
It is. Yeah.
Well,
And
that
apparently that's not part of. Apparently that's not part of the last 2 books, which is crazy to me. But yeah.
Man, that's not. I lost the word because I'm tired. But yeah. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for keeping the ship floating while I was gone. And
They slapped a 10-year.
all right. There you go.
I don't know what the fuck that was.
It's 12 o'clock. That's what it was. All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for chilling, and we will see you whatever's next. Stay tuned. Planning on doing a lot of things on the channel, so hopefully I can get my shit together and get it done. So, and so you'll be seeing lots from me, hopefully, and probably from these gentlemen too. So we will see y'all later. What button? There it is. I'll just play this. Bye, guys.
Ty Sharman, Ethrin.